coffee table?
And
All
Darren
right, all the
Darren and
easier
Kai,
to
the
kill Orochi
anchors.
with. I mean, what?
Devious. All
I want
right.
to see you
fair.
try playing him first. You don't even know
Okay.
how
Yeah,
to
that's
play
why.
him.
That's why he's gonna die.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he's gonna
I
die.
don't need to know how to play him in order to kill him. That's your first mistake.
Any new coffee table? The coffee table we have now is a lot small.
Okay, this is not a coffee table.
No,
Kofifi?
not that.
So.
Because we're just talking about tables. So it's
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, and speaking of tables, the tables have turned as the party has taken the advance against the Fae for perhaps the first time in many moons. And now they return to Ilkirana village through the deep woad and winding woods of Kokoloi Forest.
Alright.
The party arrives along a river leading into town, gently burbling. It is impossible not to notice many broken branches, disturbed leaves, and even torn up roots gnawed at nonsensically around here, and a lingering stench. Something feels strange, frayed in the air as you approach the barrier between the two great trees, but you pass through nonetheless. Morning has come. It is the day of the ancient rite. On the last night, our party witnessed the chief Thurge of the village, a member of its ruling council, doing something blue and shiny deep in their sacred pond late at night. Discovered he was Tento's uncle, and that the chief wood singer is in fact his father. And, what's more, chose to withdraw after having a tense, violent conversation with him. Now, as the next day awakens, Lonnie cannot help but feel a tension in her head, as if though a single cord left unplucked remains, and the tenor of its strumming grows unbearable. Something about the energy in the place, something about that stench. Listen, we all did a little violence. Here just does the most.
I'm just saying. He's the one who wrapped him up in the fucking tree. Not saying it's a bad thing, but that's not for the blame too much.
He was doing everything that we wanted to do, but didn't want to do up front. He just took that first step.
He looked at us funny. Gotta show him who's boss,
He looked at you funny, he threatened you, he cast Dominate Person on Tento, but the looking at him funny was really the last straw for Tito.
Yeah.
So the party re-enters town. There is a slight commotion of Ilkiro's halflings, their birthmarks dancing as if though wild tattoos upon their flesh, and all the focus seems to be upon the central council tree. You see there are some satyrs gathered outside as well, clustered together and ill-regarded. You do not see Corey, although you see all eyes are turned towards the tree. Perhaps some are already within. A tree, I would note, last night some party members realized in the upper reaches of were contained many papers and notes and alchemical equipment.
Oh yeah, we did peek into the tree, didn't we?
One wonders what might lie there and what secrets might be solved through discovery. But, in the meantime...
honestly, it just kind of looks like an office to me. It sounds just like an office.
I mean, okay, you're like, ooh, and there's a box in the corner! When you lift it up, it has a reflective screen, but when closed upon parchment, lights.
I wish
And
someone
then
would
the
come into
paper shredder.
I kind of wish someone would come into my office and be like, there's secrets, totally. Those papers, those are sus. We gotta go check him out.
Max should be the best person for that. You just fucking throw on the lead. Max, this place is full of secrets and wonders. Absolutely go crazy. You will.
And then it's actually just bills.
You don't want to discover those secrets. Those secrets are meant to stay in. Okay.
Indeed. So you pull forth. Bardiga says, "This might be the wrong time to point this out, but why do I feel like there's a clusterfuck about to go down?" You stand between several like postmarked, like idyllic looking, built into this like gentle rolling hillside halfling homes. Some people are still like making their morning tea. They're coming outside. They've got their
Wait,
crumpets.
why did we come back again?
Well, we never left.
You did.
Oh
okay,
no,
okay.
we left.
Okay.
We left.
Allow me to reestablish. Okay, it was night. You left to go to the Fey Shrine, which is near, but key point, outside of town. Within 5 miles of town, so you did not travel away X.
Yeah.
But not within town proper, if you see what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tento
Why are
still
we
has
back?
to give him his answer, right?
Right, so Tento has
Yeah.
not given his
Okay.
answer
Yeah,
on whether
that's
or not
fair.
he will assist in a blood rite that those of the Rizarcardia are capable of. Something about the 3-in-1 rather than the 2-in-1. And
No.
it seems that his brother, it is his uncle, not brother, Leonakis, believes that this is the key to keeping the woods safe and keeping, more important, Ilkirana village safe. And you got a strong sense that he would do anything if he thought it would make Ilkirana safer.
Let's be
Anything.
real though. Us like skipping town, I think that would have been an answer.
I mean, he would have taken his meme, but you don't know what. All eyes are on Tento at this juncture. Logically, as Bardiga's like, so I wasn't exactly there for the fight, but you gonna? What's the play here, Tento? Do I need to be ready to shoot someone?
Hopefully not. I just
Okay, hopefully he
Yeah.
keeps his quiver. One hand on the quiver. Hopefully, got it.
yeah. Hopefully, just no. You know how this works, right? Yeah, you've been there. You've done it enough times.
Nothing like visiting family to give you crash course in close quarters. All right, fuck it, let's go.
All right, first,
Does anybody else perhaps voice any questions, comments, concerns to Tento?
And I know we give you a lot of crap, but we'll support your decision.
thanks for
Sorry, I will support your decision.
I was
I just
like,
kind of
oh,
like
it's
look
me
at
and
some of
my
the
party, okay.
some of the people.
Like a Roshi of all people assuming we're gonna be of the same mind? What?
I see you early warming up to us, Orochi. Picking up on our habits already.
Well, you have been the nicest to me since the beginning. You have been an asshole, but you have been the nicest.
Oh, thanks, man. You're a pretty cool hermit too. I think you're the only hermit I know, but you're still a pretty cool one.
Wasn't there a story where you told me that you had a hermit in your group? No?
I don't know if I was lying to you or not.
I'm referencing that one time that Kavantra tried to be like, oh, I'm a
Oh
hermit."
yeah, that's
trying
right.
to,
I'm
like,
also
pull that
pretty
off.
sure that
Zion.
like I'm also pretty sure that at some point Lonnie could have been categorized as a hermit, and I feel like Miranda also could have been categorized as a hermit at some point. By the way,
Why the fuck are you guys? What is the? Okay, sure.
We don't like people, okay? We want to be left alone in this world.
you do realize
Well-
that we sleep outside when there's a perfectly situated room for us, right?
That's true. Y'all a bunch of weirdos. Anyway, Tenzu's like, okay, I need to visit somewhere real quick.
You skipping town?
No. If I skip town, it's with you guys, but this, I need to go.
Gal, do you think anyone's gonna try to hurt you?
No, as long as
You
I keep my
want us to
mask
come
on.
along is what she's asking.
No, hopefully I, look, I'm gonna go visit my father. Hopefully, I'm gonna catch him before he actually leaves. Is it early enough for that?
So you want to catch him on the way to the council hall.
Hopefully before he
it-
leaves.
It seems like some people are there, but you basically you cut past the
Yeah.
crowd, and you make towards the house, and you do indeed
I
see
saw the mask and like hood up. I
upon
must
the
say.
road
Yeah.
Tobias Solo, who looks deeply troubled as he kisses his wife, and she says, "Don't you want me to be there?" And he says, "No, wait for me. Stay here." And he seems a little furrowed to his brow as he's walking. He sees you, kind of looks at you, uncertain, upon the road, and waits at the crossroads.
Hey, I know this is weird, but can we talk in somewhere a bit private?
He hangs back a moment, moles his lips, and says, "This is what Leonakis said we needed to talk about." He looks at you and he says, "Are you one of them? Those Fey worshippers?
No.
Do you know what happened
no.
to her?" "What?" "He said that I'd learn something soon." "What? Out with it. Tell me."
Can we not do this in the middle of the crossroad, please?
He says, "I don't know you. You're a stranger. And quite frank, your arrival hasn't exactly heralded good things. Nothing personal, friend, but I'll be having what you have to say here, Bardiga."
My name's not Bardiga.
Oh.
He takes off his Tento takes off his mat. My name's Tentorosi.
His eyes light up as he sees your face and then hears the name, and he says, "No."
Now, can we please go somewhere more private?
He looks like he is like his head, like behind his eyes, is spinning. He is like staring into the kaleidoscope, doing a full 360. He snaps out of it, he says, "My boy!" and immediately
No.
tackle hugs you. Just like
Yes.
absolutely like glomping you. Unescapably. People look over in all directions. He says, "You're alive! Oh my god, it's a miracle you're alive after all these years! I thought you were dead!" His wife looks out the window like, "What the fuck?"
Hey, yeah, can we please?
Like, come in, oh my goodness.
Okay.
I mean, my brother is going to possibly duel someone, but you know, he'll understand.
Is he the chat? Why is he doing dueling?
And it's like, oh, well, you know, to be quite frank, don't have a lot of people who are great at person-to-person combat anymore.
Are you fucking serious?
We're more of the hide and run around, but come, enough about us, more about you, come in.
Okay.
Mr. Elliot, this is the Delarosi. And she's like, the child who was absconded with as an infant and died in some Fey ritual. He didn't die, he's alive. And she looks really
Yeah.
concerned. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
My
I
dear
take my
boy.
hood down.
if only your mother were alive to see you." Oh,
Y-
but she,
yeah.
tell me, what of her? Has she... He looks very hopeful.
No.
Crestfallen against as well.
I'm sorry.
At least there's you and Dolorosi. Oh, after everything that happened.
I just. Okay. This is a lot to take in, and I'm gonna be quite frank with you. I didn't want you to know that I was still around. I kind of just wanted to stop
Just-
by the village and just leave.
But I don't understand. I thought you've been dead all these years. I thought that I'd had to start over, but you were here. Why? You knew. Why didn't you tell me?
Because you wanted to start over.
Only because I thought I had lost everything, Tento La Rossi. Oh, I'm a fool.
No, it's fine. You're not a fool for wanting to start over, to move on. It's fine. It's just I knew if I came by, it's just
I can move on with you. We're both
But-
alive.
I don't belong here.
Says, fuck where you belong. I care about you. This town. My brother. It means a lot to me. But so do you. You don't have to stay here, Tento La Rossi. It's enough for me to know you're alive and safe, but please, please, after all these years, how long have you known? You haven't been here before, have you?
Um, like 17 years ago or so, I think.
Luke's crestfallen and he says, well, I don't know what I could expect. Not like I've been there for you. Couldn't save your mother.
That's. Do you know what happened exactly?
He looks at Tisserelli and Tisserelli is like, I'll go prepare the some things to drink. Take a seat, Tento. It's not a happy story. And you sit down at the long sung wood natural table, surrounded by the little halfling accoutrements and the little metal tools and instruments all over the walls. He puts an elbow up the tree trunk, looking almost like he sees a ghost as he gazes upon you, a lovingly rendered ghost, and he says, your mother, the magical woman. I mean that in two senses. One in the sense that when I was with her, it was like I was in a whole different world, and also in the sense that she knew magic. Well, it was special. She practiced the old ways. She believed in communing with nature. But communing with nature has its price. When the Zarzex comes out, there's always someone who doesn't run fast enough, doesn't hide well enough. Something goes wrong, outlaying the traps. Less and less of our people live that way, each year, each season. But she believed in it. She had made her pact, and she drew her powers from it, a warlock. There were those who disapproved, but she had power, it couldn't be denied. But the council didn't approve. My brother didn't approve. But fuck it. I didn't care about what they approved of and didn't. One night, out by the lake, we looked into each other's eyes. It was like I was diving into an ocean. Ocean of love. From that moment, with locked lips, I knew I had to have her. She had me. No.
Okay.
He reminisces deeply about his deep love for your mom before saying, anyway, Tento.
I am not. Yes.
And then there was you, and you were born, and you were wonderful. But of course we had a child now. We had to be married. But that was harder said than done. I had some standing in the council then, but not the seat I have now. Leonakis arranged it all, but at the time I had sway. I was the best of the wood singers, but I had not yet moved into the seat of chief. I couldn't just declare it so, and Leonakis said the council would not vote to approve it. You see, we'd had you out of wedlock, I'm afraid, in our haste and concern, and while we got married in the old ways, under moon and star, people didn't exactly see things the way we did. It was a trouble. Your mother talked about leaving, talked about places we could go. In the end, I'm afraid she'd gotten paranoid. She would be looking out the windows, telling me we had to go any day now. I said, what's the rush? They can feel how they will. What are they going to do? Run out of need for chairs? Huh. I'm the best wood singer they have. They'll deal with it. And you're a damn fine warlock. We'll make our way. He shook his head, but she didn't see it that way. Maybe it was that damn patron of her whispering in her ear. Maybe she got spooked one night by the things in the woods when she was out there. It was a bit too close to Azar's. Or perhaps intruded upon the ken of some bark knight and caught a nasty wound she heard from me. She hid a few things from me, to be honest, Tento. And Tolorosi, I found things in her room I couldn't quite explain when she was gone. All I know is one night she said we had to go, and Leonakis had said I had to meet him by the pond, and I'm a damn fool, but I told her to wait for me. She said she would, but the look at her eyes, I knew she was lying. When I came home, He was gone. And you too. We started a manhunt. All hands. We went out into the woods, but the woods were not agreeable that day. Perhaps the deeds of her patron. Leonakis reached the shrine with his Thorti. He came back and said, "You were gone." He said all signs indicated he had died. He tried to perform some sort of ritual and hadn't been able to handle the magic. Never sat right with me. He seems to look introspective now. Your mother was a powerful warlock, Tintolorosi. I don't think she'd bite off more than she could chew. The Fae are tricky, though. I'd never trust him. Your mother never did either. It was an exchange, she always said. You had to know you were getting the better end of the bargain, or it was time to cash out. Maybe your mother took all the chips she had and thought it'd be enough. I don't know. Things are beyond McKen. But if you're alive, tell me, Tintolorosi, do you know anything about what happened to your mother?
Actually, we went to that Fae shrine, and I met her patron. She said that she gave up everything to make sure I was safe.
Safe.
But-
Looks pained and confused.
But if you said there was a search party, what was I supposed to be saved from? Was she being chased?
I told Leonakis she disappeared in the middle of the night. I was worried. He said we go look for her. She was afraid of something, Tento. I don't know. I don't really know what. She'd always look at me and said I wouldn't understand. I wish I'd pressed her. If only I could have known what it was. He seems conflicted. Roll me insight.
Ooh. Let me get that.
A deep and abiding suspicion grows within your father. Slightly overcoming the shock of the realization that you're alive and slowly putting together the pieces, it seems like he's beginning to question both his trust in his brother and his brother's account of that night.
Do you think it had to do something with Uncle?
His face goes down and said, Leonakis would never... Leonakis... He'd never approve. I couldn't marry a warlock, a Feylock no less, bound up in Fey nonsense. Said the child would be a changeling or swapped with a simulacrum, said all sorts of terrible things. I yelled at him, said I would hear no more slander against the woman I loved. He said he understood. But the way he said it, maybe he meant it different than I thought. And the way your mother said I wouldn't understand. Thought she meant some magical beast had scared her in the woods. But I don't think that's what she meant at all. I don't think that's what she meant at all. He's looking down now, looking around. Last night he came to me and said I'd soon have news about my family. Said he shouldn't hear it from him. I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't know what I could hope for or expect. He must have meant you. You should know something, Tintolorosi. Your uncle and I, for a long time now, beneath the full moon, we let our blood into the pond. We perform the 2-in-1 ritual. It's an old rite, and there are others. The 3-in-1, the 4-in-1, and so and so. The Riza Cardia blood is bound up in the sacred pool, and the treaty with the trees. He wants to make it stronger. He wants to keep us safe. So we don't have to rely on the old ways, so not as many of us die, so we don't have to hunt and live with nature and live with the consequences of what nature will do to us, like a Glyake friend does.
He wants to dominate nature.
Doesn't want to dominate it so much as, well, he points outside and says, we have pretty yards and well-groomed gardens. It's not exactly nature, is it? Even when I was young, this was a mite wilder. Predators would slide through the bonds time and again. Lucky you'd lose a kip. Unlucky you'd find them trying to reach the manger. And there were other things that frayed against our edges. The trees kept out the most powerful, the most magical. Azarzeks, no, they can't even come near. But a bark night, hell-bent. You could reach halfway to the central pool before breaking apart. And halfway is enough to stick bark through someone's throat and make him real dead, Tento. I seen it. It's how your great-uncle went. Shoving me down. Shook his head. If only I'd known then what I know now about magic, I could have saved him. Such is the way of the woods, Tentalorosi, and I don't know what life you've had, and I'm sure it's been hard without us. But it's a hard life in Ilkirana without the trees as well. The trees are ancient. But we take more and more as we give more and more. I think he aims to ask you for blood. He's been going on about the 3-in-1 ritual and ways to get around it. He's been... Trails off and says, I'm sorry, Tentodorosi, but you don't deserve to be drawn into all of this. I don't know what's going to happen with Corey, but the whole situation with the Oystrag stinks to high hell. I don't know about no chrome hooves, but I don't think the Oystrag would sell us out, but Leonakis is dead set on selling that story. I don't know what's going to happen at the duel today, but I don't want you to be there. I love you, son, even if I've never been there to show it. But I don't want you to pay for any more of my mistakes. I don't know what my brother aims to do, but he trails off here. Like, there's one more thing he wants to tell you, but he just doesn't know if he can. Not because he doesn't want you to know, not because he wants to keep you in ignorance, but because he thinks in some way it's protecting you.
Father, do you have anything more to say? Please. I want to make an informed decision whether I join you guys on this or not.
There's something you
I need
should
to know
know.
everything.
I don't know the whole truth. I'm not a man of magic. Not in the sense of studies and tomes. I study songs. I work with nature. I call upon the woad. Not unlike your druid friend. But he studies magic. He studies the old tomes. He studies the ley lines. He studies how the land lies. He has notes. He has tools. In his workshop up top, the 4th floor, with the third rise of the tree tower that the council calls home. You should know. I've seen him with something. A tube with liquid that grows blue, but looks like it turns like blood. Looks like it's boiling blood. I don't know what it is. I confronted him about it once. He said he was working on a way to have a 3rd Rizarcardia without a 3rd Rizarcardia, and that with it, we'd perform the 3-in-1. With the 3-in-1, we wouldn't be afraid anymore. I told him I wasn't afraid right now. Things were safer than they'd ever been. But he shook his head. He'd been studying for a long time, but after that Oni Mask man came through, I think he realized his limits. He talked about going out there and standing in front of the Fan clan and sending them back where they came from, I said. Your spells are good for maybe dozens of men, but they've got hundreds. And that man's axe tore through. They were indento. Woods older than dragons fell before that axe. It hates. It hates. I don't know what's in the blue vial, Tento. But it's got something to do with our blood. Maybe he won't need it anymore now that you're here, if you go along with his plan. He trails off, but then says, and maybe it's part of his plan he hasn't trusted me with. Maybe there are things he thinks I won't understand. Just like your mother thought I wouldn't understand. To be fair to her, she came to me and told me the same things you're telling me now, asked the same questions you're asking now, what would I have said? Would I have been man enough to trust the woman I loved? Would I have been too torn between loyalties? My wife, my own blood. There's no one left, Tento. My parents, your great uncle, your aunt. The woods have taken them all. They're just you, me, and him. Not even your mother. But if he did anything to take your mother from me... And he starts to shake a little, hand on his lyre, and he says, Tento LaRossi, don't come to the council tree today. Whatever happens, the Rizacardias are going to have another tragedy. I feel it in my bones now. I feel it in my bones. So yeah, Tento, you cross the table. His wife has returned, and she's got some dark liquor that smells like very like sugary, and she like fills two shallow cups with it, and like slides them to either of you, and she says, "I'll be in the garden." Says, "Of course, Sorelia, my love." She nods. And she walks outside and says, "Oh, Tento, what will you do? You're a man. It's your own decision, no matter what I say. And it's not like I've been there to guide you. What will you and your friends do? Why are they really here?"
We came here so we can have safe passage through the forest, right?
You came here to have safe passage through the forest after throwing your buddy in a hole.
And to restock on supplies because we don't have enough to get back home.
That's part of the safe passage part.
Yeah. So
Like, we
actually
really-
stopped. We
We really just stopped by, like,
I-
all of this, like,
okay.
you are lying to us, like, no. Bro,
were-
this is a coincidence.
You were like, you were like, "Ayo, we want to hit Wawa on the way home? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Pick up some snacks." Meanwhile, running into your uncle
We
and
just stopped
father
by
at the
the most
Wawa.
sus Wawa on the way
yeah,
home.
just
One
to
could
be
say it's a
honest.
real twist of fate, you know?
Ah.
No,
When
we
does
can't.
Roshi
That
die?
character's dead. We're not allowed to do that anymore.
Man, it was so
don't-
much fun doing that.
I just don't. So honestly, we just stopped by here for more supplies and safe patches through the forest. Again, I did not want to be here, but
You
Here I am.
He says, "Well, I don't know where you are in the world, Tento, but do right. Visit from time to time if you care to. I'll be content, though, knowing that you're alive.
well,
And if you'd be needing provisions for the voyage. Well, your chief's son. I'll give them the orders to give you everything you and your friends could possibly need. Lots of food and drink to keep you in good health and health."
tell me real quick. What is the Satyrs group called again? The
The Oistrakh tribe.
Oyster Tribe. What do they want?
The Oistrakh tribe, Leonakis insists that they had something to do with the Chrome Hooves helping the enemy through. I mean, I call them the enemy. I'm not fighting any wars. But, you know, the only masked man in the suppression force. So, they've taken the fall for it. We've cut them off from some of our mutual gathering locations. Places we keep safe together. They aren't happy about it. Who would be? And their territory has been riven through. The direwolves are getting more dangerous. And apparently the dead direwolves are getting back up and walking around, gnawing on people's bones as well. So,
Do you
the
know?
Oistrag wants to finish things. They want to clear their name. Leonakis insists they're guilty. He says he's seen it. with his magics. I'll be honest with you, son. Ain't seen no proof myself. Took your uncle's word.
Alright. Well, I know you told me to leave, but it looks like I'm staying. I'd rather not have another tragedy in this family.
Yes. You take much upon yourself.
One more question. How is the champion chosen again?
He says, the council has to choose the champion in the ancient rite. Leonakis seemed to say that he would try and deny them even the ancient rite. He said the council needs to vote on whether or not we're doing it. But I can tell you this, the rest of the council ain't going to go for it. If we refuse the ancient rite, we'll lose standing with not just the other tribes, but the ancient things of the land. This rite was old when dragons were young. But other tribe demands satisfaction from accusation. Well, the two parties get together and hopefully manage to finish things amicably. That's what I'm still hoping for. Otherwise, we'll vote for Leonakis. His magic is powerful. My hope was he would defeat her so soundly he wouldn't have to kill her.
So the council has to decide champion.
Aye. If there's a hung vote, there is a tie-breaking method.
Alright.
He says, wait a minute. Centella Rosa, you're not thinking of...
Just flashing smiles like, alright, just make sure it comes time to vote. You vote for me.
He says...
He just runs out the door.
He face palms again. Centella Rosa! Yeah, alright, so... The party...
You bitch of a son!
It's very obvious you don't know your son at this point, buddy.
Where has the party been chilling while this conversation happened? You guys been kicking it? You guys been in the tower? I mean, they'd say, the tower, the tree.
I think it. I was assume we were like inside, just kind of waiting.
Yeah.
Orochi would be kind of close to any window or door and have a sense out for when Tento comes back. He wouldn't eavesdrop.
Lonnie's just like checking out the window, seeing it's been an hour yet. Probably going back and pacing.
Yes, you guys are on the base level. You're looking at the doorway to have a peer about. So 3 of the 4 council members have gathered. At Kiori's insistence, they have come down to the floor to meet them on the same level. And Leonakis looks at Lonnie somewhat, not as warmly perhaps as before. Not that he was very warm before, but he says, the Glyake witness. She's here. And Kiori looks to the south, and Corey looks to the south, nods, and says, good. Well then, Leonakis, will you withdraw your accusations against my tribe and restore harmony between the Oistrag and Elkirana? He flattens his staff to the floor and says, Leonakis Rizacardia, remain resilient in the face of your lies. I have witnessed by magic your misdeeds in the woods. You have aided and abetted the Chrome Hooves, who you will not confess have aided and abetted our foe, the enemy of all the forest. And Kiori, drags a hoof. And the satyrs are obviously not happy. She raises her hammer and says, you would dishonor my tribe all over petty fears and grievances. No one but you has confirmed the Chrome Hooves even entered the woods. If this is the case, why can the birds and the trees and the grass not tell the story? Why are there no beasts or people who can confirm your story? Leonakis says, I have conferred, and they destroyed the witnesses. Not all of them, but enough. And Corey is incensed, and she says, besides, considering this is an affront to the entire wood, I'm not sure an ancient right against us is appropriate. In fact, I believe the council will have to vote on whether or not we are even entertaining this. Oh, you will give me my satisfaction. He steps forward. The other dude on the council says, Leonakis, are you mad? He's demanded satisfaction. I believe you, but it's the ancient right. We can't turn against this. Even if she's wrong. The woman to Leonakis' side says, Indeed, Leonakis, we can't go against tradition like that. The only vote left to have is who will be the champion. And at that time, Tento bursts through the door as you guys see him running up the stairs. And you're maskless now, right?
Yeah, he takes off his masks, puts on his hood, and jumps in the center.
And everyone looks, and like a lot of worrying goes on. Leonakis looks at you, nodding, and someone says, "Oh, you and Ilkiros all along. I honestly didn't expect that. Wait a damn minute. You look just like." And then everyone looks at Leonakis.
I give the council a bow. Hello, sorry for the early reception. My name is not Varga. My name is Tentorosi Rizikari.
And they all look stunned, and Leonakis says, "It's true. This is my nephew. He lived, surviving the Fey ritual he was subjected to as a child. I have confirmed he is not a Fey, nor is he in their alliance. He's a free man, come here of his own will." There's a great gasp, and the halflings hanging out the door like, huh? And Tobia Solo comes in panting to keep up and says, oh. He looks at Leonakis with hard eyes, and Leonakis trades a hard glance at him. And you're not sure what's going on here, but the satyrs say, the satyrs are looking at you.
Now, tell me if I'm wrong here, but it seems like you are in need of a champion for these ancient rites.
And Leonakis, surprised, says, "We are." Tobia Solo says, "Tentorosi, wait." And the Ilkiros halflings say, "You're telling me you've produced the son of the of the tree singer, out of nowhere? He's arrived to us in a masquerade mask, playing at party tricks. Now he reveals himself and he wants to be our champion." And someone says, "Well, to be fair, I mean, look at the lad. Looks pretty strapped." And they nod. He's like, "Well, I must confess," looking up at the various weapons Tento is carrying.
With that, Tento pulls out his double. Yes, I am very strapped indeed. I also know very, very, what's the word for it? Unique techniques.
The Satyr Shaman says, "Wait a minute. You want us to believe that this strapping young mercenary-looking type and his compatriots, who we met earlier and explained they were in the company of a Glyacade druid for reasons unrelated, who has gone under a false name, is in fact some long-lost chief's son? I confess, your story is far-fetched. This little pageantry seems staged." The shaman shakes his head. "How do we know he's really a Rizarkaria? How do we know that isn't some illusion?" He points to your birthmarks. "After all, people here said that he identified himself as a halfling from Midorishire. It could be some Midori mercenary. Come lately, offered a fat stack of whatever Leonakis is cooking up in exchange for playing the champion." Corey says, "Enough. What are we going to do? Accuse them of lying so they can invoke the ancient right against us? We're having a fight either fucking way." She says. "Alright," Tentorosi Rizarkaria. She squares her hooves and looks at you. "We'll see if you're chosen. I will represent the Yoistrag." And Leonakis says, "Council, your places." Tobia Solo comes up to Tento and says, "Tento, you don't have to do this."
No. I want to prove myself as a Riscari.
Who's our
Wow,
guardian?
Riscardia.
And
You're
he
so
said,
embarrassed to say your name, Tento. Why?
No, I was like,
Look,
wait,
it's
can
been
I
a
see
while
it
since
again?
you-
Yeah.
okay?
It's because he just changed it.
Yeah, because I changed it again.
and Tobia Solo says, "Ah, such is our fate, I suppose. Well, damn." Looks and he says, "Got my son back. You're asking me to put him in a fight. You look tough, Tentalo Rossi," but he looks over at Corey and he says, "You sure?"
Believe me if I want to say this, it'll be quite the show.
Looks at you and he says, "I didn't believe your mother. I'll believe you at the least." He claps you on the back, looks at Corey, and then heads up to his position. The council arrayed around the inner ring above. You know, they say, "We are calling a vote to elect our champion." Leonaka says, "I nominate Antola Rossi as Arcadia." Tobia Solo says, "I second the nomination." Both of the other councillors nod and say, "A vote for Tentola Rossi. A vote for Tentola Rossi." Well then, all for an agreement. There are various Ilkyros halflings around the edge at this point. Very confused. More satyrs have come in as well, aghast at the situation. There's this new guy who they're going to be facing off against, and they're really not sure about this. They say, "All right then. Get these tables out of here. Clear the field." And the edges are mostly cleared. And they say, "By the ancient right, the duel here will be conducted only within the circle, directly within clean sight of every counselor." So that means the inner ring is where there isn't an overhang.
Mhm.
So this is the arena floor. Cannot leave the space, or you have lost. You must begin at the edge. Must begin at the edge, and there's to be no interference by any means, magic or otherwise. When we invoke the ancient rite, all interference we vouchsafed against by our sacred arts. Do not test them. He looks around. And Corey says, "Which it is." Lonnie, I'm assuming you clear out to the side. Right? So you guys, Tento just ran into here and said that he was going to fight in a duel for some shit. Any feelings, thoughts, feedbacks, heckles, words of encouragement?
Can I like scooch over to a council member and be like, "So
They're all
you said
30.
no interference."
They're 30 feet up. They are all. They're all. On the
Oh,
top.
It'll just
everyone's up?
fly up there.
The counselors.
Oh.
Everyone you see down here is just like another person. They're all at 15 feet. I don't know if you can see the 15 feet marker, but they are all
Again,
the counselors. I will show you briefly by.
I thought this person was also a
Elevating.
council member.
No, sorry, I'm just terribly reusing tokens again. These are the 4 counselors in their relative positions, each of the cardinal direction, each on the upper banister.
Okay. Well, my question was, you said no interference, magical otherwise, but what about preparation?
Do you like yell that up the side? Do you try and walk up the stairs?
Hey!
How do you get that question to them?
I think I would just yell it up. I don't think I would walk up. This seems
And they say, "You could not confer any positive magical benefit upon Tento that he is not capable of summoning forth himself."
damn. Okay.
Is that an attunement thing? I think this is an attunement thing. Yeah, that's an attunement thing. Okay.
Yeah, so Corey looks at you and she says,
Orochi actually will go up to Tento like before the fight starts, and
It's like, wait, don't do that thing.
no, I'm not gonna do the thing. I'm gonna give you something.
Okay.
You asked me to hold on to it a while ago, but I never end up using it, and I pass you the ring of pugilist.
Oh my god, what does this thing do again?
Um,
I had
so-
in my notes too. Wait.
as a reaction, you can roll a d6 and subtract that from the enemy's attack roll against you,
Okay.
Ooh.
and it's 3
Oh, I have
charges.
it. Yeah, I have it here.
I will note you can't use uncanny dodge along with this.
What the
but
fuck
you could roll
what are you
dice
talking
on
about?
Hit
Are you
you-
talking about these dice and uncanny? What are you talking about?
Sorry.
Now you want to play this card?
Sorry.
After all this
I'm
time, this is the moment you choose to
getting
play this
emotional, you
card.
know.
You okay, Hiroshi? You've done this before.
I'm just getting emotional, you know. That's the text for it. It's got 3 charges.
Okay, thank you.
Go back to my seat.
Why is
So-
he doing this all of a sudden? Lonnie's just like whispering to whoever's beside her.
Who's beside her? Hiroshi's.
And Zion.
Tyndall stretches as I do in real life because when you stretch, I'm a terrible man. Okay.
You just say you're a tired old man.
Yeah. I'm older than all of y'all.
That's quite possibly true.
Wait, what do you
Maybe
mean quite
not
possible? You know
Zion,
that's true. No, I meant in real life. I'm tired
Oh,
of
in real life.
Dental's a spry, I don't know, 30-some-year-old. I never found out it's like.
I don't
actual
think you're
age.
older than Zion, technically.
Yeah, no one. I don't think anyone's technically older than Zion. But Zion don't have any bones to crack.
Maybe
So,
Zion isn't even as old as
wait,
Zion.
does Zion need to stretch?
No.
No. Okay.
Important questions before
I
a
don't-
life-changing duel.
Keep in mind, you still have a tattoo of your choice from Zion.
Yes. All right. We ready to do this?
And she says, "That depends. Are you ready to convince your family to call off their slander?"
We'll see by the end of this duel.
Also, quick question. We met with the Chrome Hooves. They disassociate themselves from the ones in Horn.
They
Right.
did, comma, however, what you know is they have some sort of they do have an agreement with Kobatoth. And you saw, like, you literally saw the Chrome Wolves fight alongside the suppression force outside your
okay.
castle. So you do know that, and they have some treaty that lets them travel through his lands.
Okay.
So you do, there is an existing relationship between the Chrome Hooves and Kobatoth. Did they actually help this time? You haven't seen any evidence of that, but it's not
Okay.
it's not totally implausible lie.
Okay. Cool. That's good to know. I totally forgot about that aspect.
So, yeah, you're anything else anybody wants to do or say before this shit gets on?
Got this.
Thanks.
He's fine, right? Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, fine.
I'm fine. Does Barga have anything quippy to say?
Spartacus says, "Ah, fuck me. All this duels, warrior culture shit. Gone are the days you could just, beat the shit out of someone for talking shit. Ancient
Oh.
right this, ancient right that. Alright then. I'm getting ancient just waiting for it."
Are we starting?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm-
I did not expect you to be the person fighting this duel, so I did not finish all of the abilities of the enemy. But now they are finished. All right, so
Okay. Cool.
it is initiative time.
Actually, as soon as we walk up to each other, I say, I surrender.
Amazing. So she like she has her hammer up, right? And she's just charged you actually. She was intending
Yeah.
to she's launches herself at you using her bum rush ability. And is about to absolutely feed her hoof into your mouth, and you say she holds back. She's like, "Is this a trick?"
Nope. I surrender.
And Leonakis swears loudly, and Tobia Solo just laughs out loud, and everybody is totally scandalized, and she says, "Ah, I see. You couldn't convince them, so you took the cunning way. Fair enough. Well then, with the woods and all assembled as my witness, the Oystrag tribe succeeds. We have won the duel. My opponent has yielded." And Leonakis says, "This is an outrage. Tentolosori, you would betray us."
I'm not
flagrantly.
betraying anyone. Look, guys, the forest is in shambles. We need everyone together. Can't just jump to conclusions. With what? What'd you say? You saw through your magic? Just you.
I am the most powerful mage this tree has ever held.
Then please, most powerful mage, tell us how you did it.
I scryed upon them through the eyes of the woods.
You have one of those here? Tell me, where is this eye?
Says, that is not for everyone assembled to know.
Oh, please, we're all friends here, right? I talked to the satyr.
Corey,
Yeah, we're all friends
Corey
here,
nods
right?
and says, "We're all friends." And I hate to say it, but it looks like your nephew here is making quite a few good points. The Oystrag don't want any conflict. Don't need to have any fights. We should pull together. Now is a time of turmoil for the woods. And the satyrs are like, yeah, hey, this new Rizarkardi is kind of talking sense. And the satyrs are down. Some of the halflings are even like, oh, well, I mean, this wasn't a fight. I mean,
Please, uncle.
give me either performance or persuasion at this juncture, Tento.
Oof.
Because you're public speaking right now.
Yeah.
How well
was really hoping it was
how well you sell this is gonna weigh a lot of things.
God damn it. I knew this was gonna be bad.
The council says, "This nephew of yours has played us for fools." And the other one says, "I didn't even want to have the fight, Leonakis, but you really forced our hand. And now you've provided this candidate? I shouldn't have voted with you. I'm a damn fool." And
No, please, council, you did the right thing.
Tobia Solo says, "He's chosen. We put our faith in him. Let's not draw it back now, just because he's done something we weren't expecting." He's right.
Wait.
Now is a time for peace. Now is a time for cooperation. And he tries to win over the people, and with a +7, he manages to get an 11.
Wow. Are you fucking serious? God damn it, Dad.
You see Leonakis is just absolutely losing his shit, and he says, "Enough!" He grabs the railing, throws himself over, whips up his staff, and out from under his cloak comes, on a chain, a metal girded glass tube with glowing blue liquid in it. He doesn't even care.
Oh, yeah.
He summons
By
forth
the way,
a
do I know
storm
what that is?
cloud and descends. Roll me an Arcana.
Can I just cast Hold Person?
Yeah, do you want to?
Before the whole talk with Tento, his dad, I already had some suspicions about him, and this.
I mean, I don't think that man could be any more suspicious than he wanted to be. Let's be
Anybody
honest.
who wants to actually could roll an Arcana or In Lonnie's case alone, I would permit a nature roll.
I think Orochi, if given chance, would the synaptic blast against
Jesus Christ, guys. He's my fucking uncle.
Damn.
Stop trying to blast him.
I think
I
I'm
mean, it's your
going to
decision.
call to do hold person either way. It will just buy time.
Alright, so Lonnie. Okay, Zion. Okay, so here's what both Lonnie and Zion know. There is some essence of the woad crackling around in that tube in some weird way. It's definitely been extracted and held, and it's almost like a coagulation of a liquid spell combined with real blood as a component to more it. It's honestly a marvelous achievement of alchemy. And Zion, with its well-geared brain towards such problems, believes that must be a pseudophylactery. Now, normally phylacteries are used for liches to survive. They are an object that lets the lich live forever unless destroyed. But that's not the only thing phylacteries can be used for, and a pseudophylactery has different uses. This one appears to be used to mimic a phantom person.
What the fuck is a phantom person?
In short, if 3 people were called for a ritual,
Oh,
you would be able to
gotcha.
duplicate one of them. Not only that, but you think that this could have insane magical properties. I mean, this guy might be able to cast more than one spell in a turn. My boy Leonakis, he leaps down, he casts the cloud, he's floating down. A hold person sings out at him, and Tobia Solo strings his lute, and a song rips through the air. At this juncture, Lonnie, Tobia Solo is counter songing your spell.
That's a thing.
Thanks, Ben.
Well, you know, he
This
maybe,
is just the second level spell, so I think if it's just a normal counter spell, doesn't that automatically succeed?
Depends on the
it
level
would,
of cast that
it
at.
would, however, he's not using counter spell, he's using counter song. A bard ability does not actually exist in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. But Tobia Solo, being a weird druid bard hybrid, does have. However, you do get to, or rather, it is a check. He is going to have to make a charisma and punch through. And because it is 10 plus spells level, he has to do 12.
What's the material?
Wait, I rolled that with Leonakis. My bad. What's the material of... Okay, you did. Tobias says, enough! No shooting at each other, no spells! And Leonakis is gone down to the floor, staff in one hand, you know, pseudophylactery hanging on the chain.
Tell that to him then.
Leonakis, he's right, get a hold of yourself, but listen. And he's Tobias Solo is losing it. He doesn't want anything that's about to happen. Sorry, someone asked a question. Maybe it was Casey.
Materials.
Oh
I
yeah,
think-
you're Kai. Zion, what's the question?
What was the material of the pseudophylactery?
It is a glass tube. It is a reinforced glass tube with what appears to be an amalgam of steel and silver for its casing.
Be nice.
All right, so Tento, you would like to steal this item, correct?
Yes.
Okay, he sees you coming. He's focused on you. This isn't going to be stealth. This is going to be pure sleight of hand, and he's going to get a dex save against it. You're just going to fucking, like... You fucking leap for the chain. He wrenches back. He's not very good at dex.
You'll see.
Oh my god.
Here's what happens. You grab it, you pull, and your hand gets wrapped up in the chain, the weird, like, flanged, evil-looking prongs off the side of the pseudophylactery. and like like literally one of them pricks your finger. You have a hold on it, but you're wrapped up in the chain, and your blood has started to meet it, and the blue light glows way more intense, and the blood inside boils, and Leonagus looks at it, fascinated.
Can I yank it off him while he's distracted?
Yes, comma. However, a pure yank against the chain is going to be a strength check.
Sure. Oh my gosh!
You mostly
I'm
tug
just
your-
not having it
You
today.
mostly tug yourself towards him, and Leonagus says, "This is it. With the three of us, we have the 4-in-1 pseudophylactery. And Tularosi, that's the key. That's the key."
What are you on about?
And he says, "Fine. You win. You're clever, Antolarosi. The Yoistrag are innocent, so says the ancient rite. Doesn't matter what I have to say about it now, does it? But there's so much we can do. Come. He and your father and you." And Tobiasolo says, "We're not going anywhere, Leonarchus. Not until this has all been cleared up." Leonarchus looks deep in your eyes, Tento. He says, "Our blood can defend the world for generations. There won't need to be any more dangers. Won't need to be any more fey pacts like your mother's."
He clenches the chain a little harder on that.
Are they both still holding on to the chain?
So the chain is like on, it's like around his neck, right, or like around him somewhere that like it isn't immediately visible, but it's like flown out when he's jumped. And Tento has it, like, so he's wearing it. He's not like grabbing. He's not like counter grabbing it to hold on to it. It's just like around his neck.
Tyr's gonna shadow step right over there and slash at the chains.
Amazing. So okay, I've
Shit,
actually there's gonna be shadows here. Yeah.
I'll go into this guy's shadow.
Amazing. All right, so you slide. Well, shadow will be here.
All right.
You
Perfect.
nothing personnel, kid. And
Just-
and like he's looking at he's
behind.
looking at Tento, like his mind is racing, and then yeah, give me the attack.
Doo-doo-doo.
The chain break. I have a question. Did anybody read any of the papers in the study upstairs last
Nope.
session?
No.
No, no one was able to go inside.
No
No
one
one
went in.
inside.
All right. Well, here's what happens. The chain breaks. The chain breaks. Black Eagle striking. It's a potent chain, but Black Eagle striking has a glimmer of angel dust in its rims as it slices
Oh.
through and embeds itself into the wood. Tento, you were like, eh, and then all force goes away. Roll me like a dex save to not fall flat on your ass.
Yep, I'm good at these. Oh, I am good at these. Thank God.
I was like, you should be good at those as a rogue. Please tell me you're good
I'm
at
also
those as a
good at
rogue.
sleight of hands, but I'm certainly not good
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. So.
That's a magic. Yeah.
So Leonarchus turns, readying a spell, and says, "I'll let you walk away once. Because we both have the same enemies. I wouldn't make an enemy of me, oh strangers. Come. All we need to do is the ritual." And Tobiasolo says, "You're not talking any sense. I have questions for you, Leonarchus. Questions I would hear you answer before the rest of the council." And at this point, lots of halflings are pouring in and gossiping at the speed of sound. As everyone's trying to figure out what's going on. The satyrs have backed off almost into a defensive position. They're squadding up around their leader. What are you guys doing as all of this develops? Obviously, Tyr just shadow stepped in and cut the chain. Tento has seized the pseudophylactery. is the rest of the party. Bardiga has like knocked an arrow, and is like, if anybody swipes at my boys or my gal,
Let's
you're going down. All right. I don't know what
Or
the
my
fuck
wolf.
is.
let's
I don't know what the fuck is happening. The wolf will kill you herself. I don't know what the fuck is happening. But if you shoot at any of my people, I don't care what they did. I'm putting you down.
let's
Um,
all calm down. Right tier. Everyone, this is over. Let's just go back. Let's just go all straight out. This doesn't need to escalate.
Zion's gonna act as a door.
Zion's just gonna stand
do you
in the
act
door
like
and
a
be like,
door?
There is a person behind you, by the way.
He just pushes out.
There's a person in the doorway right now.
Yeah.
yeah, but
No,
Zion,
no one else is coming in.
Zion is body blocking as best it can.
Lonnie's just going to say it loud. Not until he does. I don't trust that staff with the death that it holds.
And Leonakis's look curdles as he turns his gaze to you and says, "Is that what our so-called druid has to make of my wood? Tell me, why don't you shapeshift into an animal and sniff it for us? Why don't you show us your druid magics, druid?"
This is very demeaning. She is a druid.
All right, if you're gonna just be insulting, then we
Yeah.
will just straight up shoot you.
Yeah.
Regardless
No,
of
we're
Tento's
not gonna
wishes.
do that.
How
Like
does-
Tento, like he's being really rude right now.
Yes, I understand. Emotions are high. Let's all just calm down. All this is settled. Escalate. Just chill out.
Roshi's ready as an action.
Lonnie is ready to cast the Netherhold person at our higher level this time.
Here
I like-
is going to
I
attack.
like get my dad to look like
okay, so
like
so
this. please.
tier, you go for the back shot, right?
I'm gonna go and try to knock the staff from his hands.
Tento, would you presently are you like weapons out in a combat stance, putting threat on Leonakis?
I have my hands on the thing. I'm trying to calm people down.
Okay, Tento will not count as a friendly combatant for the purpose of this attack. You will not.
Isn't
confront him.
the chain broken? Like, couldn't you step away if you wanted to now?
Yeah, you could.
I could,
The chain is broken.
but I'm not.
Okay, just making
All right,
sure.
so you
Yeah.
want
At least we're
you
aware.
want to attack his staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me that attack. Okay.
Just punches the shit out of it.
So, this does not prevent you from hitting him. However, what you all see is bones ripping their way out of the wood, and like a deathly ghast about them, as like steam and vapors roll off, and white smoke billows around them, and Black Eagle Striking's chain slides over and strikes at the staff. Leonakis makes a strength save to try and keep hold of it.
Freaking snip at it, my ass.
And you knock it. Hello, little mouse buddy. Why are you down there? Come on.
Are you actually talking to him?
No, there's a mouse straight up under my desk right now. Yeah,
Well, make sure you don't do any wires.
I put him outside last night.
Oh.
He's really looking at one of those power cords. You will die if you bite my power cord right now. My computer uses a lot of energy. You have a small fucking body.
Do it. You won't.
Hi, that's how it. He will do it.
Oh,
That's the
she's
thing,
in
Kai.
this guy.
He will do it. He doesn't know any better, Kai.
The mouse is back. Yes, Mithridates. So at this juncture, Corey yells, "Foul necromancy! Look at the powers he brings to bear!" And Hinakas looks around. His two big hat tricks, the staff and the pseudo phylactery, taken from him. He, at this juncture, that happens, and now it's back to him. Casts darkness. I have a quick question, Tyr. Do you have the ability to see through magical darkness?
Uh,
I think one of your shadow monk things might give that to you.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure it specifies his own darkness, not magical darkness.
Point is, a sphere of darkness emerges.
Your Tensei, God, why?
You're not gonna counter on that?
And
Lonnie, that's
Toby
my
Solo-
dad you're talking to.
Tobio Solo by this time is running down the stairs trying to get something on. He's like, damn, and he tries to start putting out a tune, but it's too late. And at this juncture, Leonakis is in the magical darkness. Neither Tyr nor Tento, I believe, can see.
Okay, how do these two spells interact?
Bat fur and a drop or pinch of coal. Drop of pinch?
Okay.
Oh, there's a Warlock Invocation Devil Sight. Okay.
Yeah,
Bat fur and a drop
that's the
of
most common way of
pinch
getting it.
or piece of coal. I don't know why I think that's worded weird. Drop of pitch
30 foot.
or piece of coal. Okay, that's weird.
So, alright. Darkness descends. Both Tento and Tyr roll me a perception test.
Man, I could start blasting.
You can start blasting it where Leonakis was.
Yeah.
Or you could wind blast in to echolocate him. But it's worth
Oh,
noting
yeah.
that if it's just based on a singular blast, he could hide in the profile of Tento or Tyr.
Hmm.
You have options. Okay. Tyr, you lose sight of the small man after knocking his staff away. Tento, you hear the clatter and the quick footfalls, and it almost sounds like a sack of potatoes falling. He's doing a light combat roll to try and grab his staff up from the ground. You think he's got his hands on it? Do you want to step on that shit or you do anything else?
Can I kick it off?
Yeah, give me an unarmed attack to try and kick it before he manages to grab it.
How do I do that again?
Oh, just give me a dex
It'd
check.
be a-
Okay.
It would normally be strength.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
A very funny fight unfurls as you guys hear a chittering motion above. And council member says, oh, why are the lights coming down? As you guys see, hold on. One moment. One fucking moment. Did I not fucking make the default token for this bitch? Kidding me? Come on. I guess I didn't. Five. Update token. Yeah, so you see a giant fucking bug crawl down here, and then some other giant fucking bugs emerge. And anyone's trying to get up through the outside. And the person in the way sort of screams as Zion is blocking the only exit available to her that isn't bug. And the bugs aren't attacking yet, but they don't seem friendly, and they are honing in towards Leonakis' position. Leonakis doesn't have his staff. At this juncture, you hear Tento him invoking some sort of spell. You want to do something about that?
Can I shut his mouth?
Yeah, you don't know where he is though, so this is going to be an attack at disadvantage.
Sure.
All right, so Oroshi's flying forward. I mean, so I would put us in initiative, but the thing is, I think this is about to resolve. Orochi flies forward towards the cloud of magical darkness. Tyr, Tento, and Leonakis are in the darkness. Corey is stepping out of the darkness. The bugs are descending. And Leonakis rolls an important recharge roll. Didn't get it.
Based on my proximity, can I tell where he is through wind sense?
Yeah, but his profile is slightly mixed with Tento's, so shooting from here might be a problem.
Oh, I'm coming up with a javelin.
Oh, from above, yeah. Put yourself how high you're flying.
Oh no, I'm not flying. I'm like on head
yeah.
level or same
Right, so
Z level.
as this happens, you manage to shut his mouth, Tento.
Ooh.
All right, so you're fighting. It's initiative time.
Okay.
I thought that this was gonna end a different way, but he's not going to retreat without either his staff or his other shit. So I forgot.
Is darkness concentration?
I think it is, but don't quote me on that.
I believe so. I will check. But I
It
don't.
is concentration.
But has anybody hit him and dealt damage?
Not yet,
Right.
but unless you would roll that all the things that's happened to him would disrupt his concentration on a spell.
I mean, that's fair.
But I wouldn't I would say nothing has done something that drastic. But
He has scrambled, but it was kind of all deliberate of his own doing. 2 rolls for initiative. Alright, so.
Oh, hey.
It real sucks because I actually have something to counteract darkness. Except for the fact that this is a tiny ass room and there's no way I'm not gonna be able to friendly fire. I'm gonna not friendly fire.
Right.
Man, why can't I be as easy again where I didn't worry about this shit?
Alright, Tento. You are in the pit. You're vaguely aware of where your uncle is. You can attack him at disadvantage.
Right.
Or not. I mean, you can do whatever you want in this, like, 6 to 10 second period of time. But, you have kicked away his staff. And you didn't do a great job, so you actually don't know where the staff is right now. You just know you kicked it away from him.
Can I choke him out?
You only just simply grapple him. Give me an attack at disadvantage.
Now, am I making this attack in strength or dex?
I think technically speaking, you need to be a monk or some shit to make your unarmed attacks in dex, unfortunately.
Okay, so that's a check. Oh.
By the way, darkness is concentration. Okay. Yeah, despite it all, that is going to hit Leonakis. I don't think this is actually how it works, but give me an athletics.
Okay.
Do better than a 9.
God! Yeah. This
Um,
one's
I do. I think that's actually how it works, though. If you
I think it's shove. I always fuck up. Anyway, he squirms out from your grasp until you've used 1 attack. What's the play?
Do you have an idea where the staff is?
Yeah. Well, you know it's somewhere northwest, but you're in darkness, so you can't see shit. You just felt your foot kick it in that direction.
Is there a way for me to like just look for it since I lost my grasp on him?
Yeah, you can just run around him if you want.
Yeah, okay. Doo-doo-doo. Pop. Pop. Is it here?
Nope. You got this maybe in this direction? Northwest, northeast,
Okay.
northwest? I'm an idiot.
I'm
I
sorry.
said northeast earlier. Give me a perception to feel around for it.
Okay.
Something left Tears attack range.
Something
I
left
can't
it.
see.
Something left it.
There's a short someone running around.
Yep.
Yeah, so Tyr, you got to make the judgment call. Would you melee or just wait
Yep.
for the?
Yeah, I think that is him making the judgment call.
All right.
Something
Well,
left it.
wait. Technically speaking, Tento
Can't
didn't
see.
proc a Black Eagle striking op, right? Because Black Eagle striking has reach. Is that not how that works?
Isn't it?
Is it
Oh.
really popping?
It is, but like,
Oh.
I thought
I
that-
am.
assume it has both. I mean, I'll do.
I assume.
I am
on.
holding a
Yeah.
thing that's glowing bright blue.
Right, but in the
doesn't
magical
matter, you're in
darkness,
magical
darkness.
it's-
Oh, damn! That
Dark
makes
Yeah.
Knight
something
just
else.
covers everything.
I would
Yeah.
also argue that because you can't see him and you don't have any other like acute senses that let you perceive him, you couldn't really tell.
I mean, there's still sound, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you're hearing.
Yeah.
You're clattering, sure.
Yeah, I mean that's the same logic by which I let Tento know that his uncle was rolling for the staff. So yeah, sound applies here. Everyone can hear.
Okay.
So yeah, do you want to give me an armed?
Sound applies, and Tento has a bunch of shit on him. I would assume it's Tento.
Okay, if you hear the jingle
Clinky
jangle.
clacking.
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking, how's he a thief with all that shit on him?
That's how good of a thief I am.
Nope.
So that's all right. So that's you. So you're not opping.
Yeah, I'm not laughing.
It is Leonakis' turn.
Wait, did I find a staff?
Oh shit. What do you? How well? Oh, you're 27. You know the staff is like 5 feet to your left. You want to go there?
Yeah.
All right. You grab the staff.
Ooh, shit. Okay.
I'm trying to.
Oh,
move
sorry, you
these,
said 5 feet. And I was like, oh, okay, this is
Yeah,
5
right,
feet
right here.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
How much weight was that? Close 20. 5 more right there. Bonus
Okay, but an
action.
important note here is that you do touch the staff, right?
Yeah.
Roll me a con save.
Okay.
You feel a withering stab into your hand as you suffer 11 necrotic damage.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cry out in pain, and Leonakis says, "Are you touching the staff? Don't touch it. You can't handle it."
Blah, blah, blah. Do-do-do, 20.
Alright, so you're gonna
Bonus
run?
action dash. Yeah. Okay. I tell you, Lonnie, I got the staff and it fucking hurts.
Alright, so that's your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like there's dead skin where the pain happened, and maybe it's spreading.
Wait, is this necrotic damage you said?
Yes.
Okay. I was hoping it was cold damage.
So at this juncture, the darkness goes away.
Bless.
And and at this juncture, Lee remembers that Bardiga needs to go on the initiative or he won't shoot anyone.
And Bardiga doesn't want to do that. Not do that. Oh wow, you're level 20.
So
To be fair, I don't think Bardica could do much, even before the darkness fell.
That's true. What? Oh, the bug has a name. I was wondering what the fuck. What does that say? Laus?
Laos.
Laos?
Wait, you see a bug? Where?
Well, I was looking at the
Nowhere.
team tracker.
black
Oh, okay.
tentacles rip up from the ground, grabbing at Tyr and Orochi.
Oh, this Bardiga has a target now.
You will make the saves at the start of your turns. Wait, a creature that starts its turn in the area is already restrained by the tentacle. Oh, already. Okay, yeah. So, he throws down the tentacles, right? And Orochi, well, you were explicitly flying at like a 5-foot height, and they're coming up high enough to grab you.
Oh,
Leonidas tries to chase Tento.
I would still get an off with this one.
Yep.
I also get
True.
I said I held an action. I actually never said a trigger. Fuck.
Well,
Jesus.
what were you gonna cast? Was it-
Jesus, guys.
I had a
chill.
higher level hold person held, but no, I didn't say a trigger. It's fine. A lot has happened since.
He is not recharged. He doesn't have bone shields. Yeah. Okay. So,
They stabbed the. They stabbed
Tyr-
the
12
shit
from Black
out of him.
Eagle,
Tyr,
7 from
yeah.
the-
So Tyr hits and the javelin hits.
We assumed so. A 30 and a 24, I hope so.
Well, one of them was a 12.
No, that's the
That
damage.
was the damage.
Oh, Lamau. Okay. So that's 12 and 7.
Correct.
But,
All right. Yeah. You cut into his flesh. It seems to come apart. His blood darker than you think it should be. His flesh almost peeling under the strength of your blows. And
Buddy, do I break this thing or not?
and Leonakis comes up and raises a hand right next to you,
Mm-hmm.
and the staff begins to fly towards him of its own accord. Roll me a strength save to keep hold of it.
Oh my gosh.
It slaps into his hand.
Wait,
Dang.
wait.
Wait, a flash perhaps of genius.
A flash of genius.
How much does that add?
It adds 4.
So it's a
So
tie.
On the
it's
mighty
a tie.
So Tento, you've got the staff and the pseudophylactery, and the staff begins to shake as he's like force pulling it back towards himself. His hand shaking, the wood is shaking, and then Zion. What key insight do you grant Tento in this moment to prevent him losing grasp?
Grip harder.
Uh,
Hit
kick him in the nuts.
I kick him in the nuts.
Yeah, you go for the nut kick. He has to collapse his knees together to defend himself.
Good idea. What do I do with the staff though? No one.
So yeah, at this juncture, I think he's gonna fucking try and just like grab it, but he doesn't have the action economy to do all that shit in one turn. So,
So it's easy if you do.
no, he's
Bonus
got
action steal.
yeah. He can't. You can't just pop actions forever. Tyr, it's your turn. It's your turn even.
I have to make a dex.
Correct.
Dex
Or,
save. DC
correct.
Does
16.
Bardiga not go? I guess okay. Whatever.
yeah, sorry.
It's fine.
Bardiga was like, oh, who do I shoot? Who do I not shoot? For a second. Because he hasn't really speaking launched an
24.
attack yet. Alright, so. Yeah, you do not get restrained by the tentacles.
He gracefully dances out.
Is it difficult terrain or not?
It is difficult terrain. This entire area is swarmed with black tentacles.
10,
Squirming, ebony, slick tentacles.
30, 40. Alright. Good shit.
Leaving difficult terrain is not the one that cost it. It's going into it is what cost it. So you technically have 5 more feet if you want to move more.
Eh,
I don't know if you need to though.
nah.
I'm within punching distance. I'm fine.
It's all good. All good. Because Tentos give me advantage.
Yeah, you're hitting.
I
You do
always
damage.
do.
10 minus
Oh my
10.
god.
Your uncle
Quadruple the
cries
same
out
rules.
as Black Eagle Striking rips into his back, slicing along his spine. His blood goes everywhere as he reaches up and yells at you, "Give me the staff!"
Flurry of blows.
No. The staff doesn't seem very healthy.
And then-
For these two, well, I'm gonna pump one stunning strike into it on the first punch. See if that
Is that a wisdom save?
stuns him. Let me
It's a con.
give you the. Here you go. Con save.
You fly to his solar plexus. He flexes into a
Damn!
balance.
Look at that! Look at that old man body go. He's like,
It
ugh.
almost feels like there's something unnatural about the flow of life within his body.
Alright, it's alright. I'll try again.
Alright, so that's 8 bludgeoning damage, and then
This will
you're
work.
you're gonna pop another.
Yep.
I mean, hit him with the 22, right? Can you just do it as many times as you have key points, or as long as you're attacking?
As long as you're hitting and you have key
Yep.
points, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's very
You could have
fucking
technically done that
powerful.
4 times if you really wanted to pump all the key
But yeah,
points.
the thing is, you don't have that many key points, so it's a big
Yeah.
spend. Okay, I'll just click the
So
same
roll
save
another
thing
con
again.
save.
He
Okay.
fails.
Yeah.
Nice. And that's another 10 damage.
Yeah, and he's stunned, right?
Yep. Until the end of my next turn.
All right. So Orochi, it's your turn. Oh, also,
Um,
he has to make a con save to not lose concentration, but also, can you even hold concentration while you're stunned? I don't think so.
That's a very good question. He
And
does need to make a bunch of
He fails either way.
He has so many saves
I was
to
like,
make.
let's see if he makes it
the
first.
tentacles go away before Orochi has to worry about that.
I would say no, but I don't think there's anything in the text that says you actually lose concentration.
Yeah, but I mean,
Does it specify?
we'll see. We'll see. Point is,
It's yeah.
we can rule on it later because it's no longer immediately cogent. Orochi, you are here. The violence is here. What are you doing?
I start charging up, and I say, Tento, how much do you like your uncle?
I'd rather not lose a family member.
Fine.
Fine. What the fuck?
Just a reminder that you cannot declare, non-lethal,
Non-lethal,
and
yeah.
arranged.
No, he's coming up close with the javelin. That's gonna be at non-lethal if he does go over. I don't think 11 hits though.
Yeah, you missed by 1.
Damn.
That's your turn.
That will be my turn.
Okay. A fucking bug jumps on your head. That's a loud scream, witnessing you attacking its master.
I'm
I
not the
don't
only
even
one.
see the other bugs.
Either on the high elevation end or
It
Like,
manages.
on the
It
rim.
doesn't get any particular advantage from death from above you, but it manages to leap adroitly.
how big is this bug?
Actually-
And if it burrowing into me, it is like, do I just lose body mass?
Is he flanking you? he's
Yes,
stunned.
but Leonakis is stunned. He's not imposing.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Okay, yeah. So make a dex save. Yeah, it's just burrowing into you. It's lashing
Dex
your
or
fucking flesh.
strength?
Legit of mine. Thank you for watering the Lee.
Dex or strength? Because your text say Dex, but the button says strength.
Oh, my bad. I fucked that up. It should be whatever the text says. So I'll go fix that. My bad. Legitimine. I appreciate.
Wow. Okay.
Are you having my kind of rolls? Oh, that's even worse. I'm sorry.
So yeah, how big is this bug and it burrowing into me? Do I just lose body mass?
Kind of rolls.
Its head is like the size of like your hands put together, right?
Jeez.
But like its head is like into you now, and it's moving around, scraping by the organs and the bone.
Just like, nope.
Yeah, that's.
We won't get
How
too.
about no?
We won't get too gruesome on that description because I think some people would get deeply uncomfortable. But
Are you one of those people? Are you doing this to yourself?
no, I wouldn't give a shit. But I appreciate that there are those who do. Hey, what the fuck?
Does it do damage?
I have the saving throw punched in here, and oh, I'm an idiot. I see what it. Creature makes a dex save. Yeah, okay. I'll throw it out again and just hit that. He's going for the bug. Oh my god, Pat.
I already rolled my dex save. Unless you want me to roll again.
Oh right, you failed. Okay.
Yeah.
And the damage it's dealing is 13. Some of that is poison. If you have any particular resistance to that.
No.
I tried to give you resistance to it.
Yeah, no, I'm not wearing that stupid suit.
So this louse does not attack this
Between
woman,
fashion souls, is that what it is?
but it does kind of like push her to the ground, and then it comes face to face with Zion. Zion is holding the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Zion doesn't have any great action. Zion's denying all movement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that case, it would try and burrow. Honestly, not through the fucking metal. It can't bite through that shit. It's gonna try and burrow through the wood next to it.
I was really hoping to see what would happen. I wanted to know if it like broke its like teeth or something.
It's having a bad day at the bug farm. Meanwhile, another louse. This one crawling upside down comes down and drops 15 feet. The satyrs are alarmed and armed, but not yet acting. 5, 10, 15, 20. This one tries to burrow into Tyr. We have a dangerous to go alone for a Zion and a Roshi in addition to Bug. Oh, Kai, you said something and then it went blah, blah.
Yeah. Can I use Sentinel when the bug attacked the wall?
I think it specifies a friend though.
Stop
What the
that.
hell?
Look,
It
Zion is friend to all doors, even though he's
Other
the one
than
that knocks it
attack.
down.
A target.
Against a target.
It says
other
a
than
target.
you.
Yeah, no, you can trigger Sentinel against the bug. It attacked
Holy
it
shit!
attacked a target.
Stop that.
No, bad
Don't
bug.
destroy the furniture.
They worked very hard on this tree.
I mean, they actually did. So.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
at
goodness,
this juncture,
Zion.
before we
Zion
roll
feels
damage,
very
before we roll damage,
strongly.
was that non-lethal? Oh, I guess it's not dead either way, but it would have been funny if you one punch man that shit.
I mean, he has in the
Zion
past.
felt very strongly about that furniture
Zion
getting hurt.
admires the
Zion
artistry
thumps a
here.
metal fist into the brain cage. Zion, as you jostle it, it occurs to you that these creatures, due to the nature of their anatomy, their guts have to be aligned just so, as you see its eyes bulge and move
Ew.
around. And you're like, wait a minute. Creatures like this are almost always vulnerable to extremes of temperature, fire or cold. And you think it's they're vulnerable to both fire and cold damage. That's your dangerous to go alone. Orochi. Your dangerous to go alone is that you see that the staff will hurt you if you directly touch it. You get the sense that the staff will help Theonakis cast more than one spell, but you note a tremor of magic coming from the blood that has been pricked from Tento's finger on the pseudophylactery he's holding. You get the feeling that that might make something happen if you don't manage to separate it from Tento's blood. That's your dangerous to go alone. Tento. You
I have
think
Nature's Golem too.
you
Nice.
think that this thing you have in your hand,
Which thing?
the phylactery speaks, the pseudo-phylactery speaks to you, and not literally, but in the sense of
Oh,
you think
okay.
that you could use this to do something. Maybe at the pond, this feels right. The blue glow, it might let you give back what was stolen. It feels almost like something calls to you, asking for them.
So keep it.
The Laos. Okay, and James to go for Lonnie. Lonnie, you become certain that if only you could peruse his notes for only a moment, you'd be able to figure out what Leonakis is up to and figure out a way to reverse it and restore the flow of nature.
Uh-oh.
It
I need to read
is-
something really quick.
Bye guys.
Thank you.
All the Laoses have gone. Zion, it's your turn.
Wasn't one gonna
Okay.
attack
Wait.
me?
Question.
Isn't this one attacking tier?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not roll that attack?
You
You
did.
did.
16.
that hit?
And Tira 17.
Yes. Okay. Good.
The very important question. I can only speak and understand Parvia. Does that include reading, or do I not know this? Because I don't think we've ever tried this.
You think that
Is Lonnie really just fucking leaving?
you might find that out when you get upstairs.
Alright.
Okay.
Now can Lumi read? Because Lumi
And
does
Lumi-
understand your languages.
Time to also read the description of that. Also, no, she only understands one language.
Oh, never mind then. Hopefully it's in common.
All right. So you're running upstairs.
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
my
It's
she-
turn?
Ryan's
she-
turn. Fine, it's your
It's
turn.
not my turn.
For some reason, this bug is not appearing correctly in front of you. Let me fix that. You punched it so hard it went down through the floor into the sea level now.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you stand before the Laos.
Where's this? Where's...
Bad bug.
He does not understand.
Oh no.
You punch and it goes along the side of its formidable body, and
There
then
you
you
go.
bring the fist back. You glide up with a xylophone hit, and you crush down with a resounding, painful blow. You hear cracking with its body. It squirms. Juices flow.
Ew. Why do you do this thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Bonus
alive.
action, temp HP. And
You
that's
pound
my
yourself,
turn.
and a blue glow emerges as you heal up. Is Corey's turn. Corey asks the shaman, "Are those evil bugs?" And the satyr says, "You can figure that out when we've knocked them out." And she says, "Good plan." And he runs up here, utilizes Bum Rush, and makes a stomp attack with advantage. Dealing
nice.
11 damage to the Laos that just bit Tyr.
Right.
Oh wait, am I hitting? I'm hitting negative 11 into their fucking elevation. What the fuck? That's why they're going down into the floor. The rest of the satyrs rush in. This is going to functionally take the form for those fighting the bugs. Well, they can't get to the bottleneck. But what this is gonna, none of them are willing to tango directly with the Leonakis right now. However, anyone attacking these bugs has flanking and the help action. In the event that would be used. It is Tobia Solo's turn. Tobia Solo cries out and says, "Brother, no, stop this!" And he uses an ability to try and form the wood around Leonakis. There are some bumps that develop under where Leonakis is standing, almost like little half-formed extrusions of ill-made 3D models, but it's not enough. He can't keep his shit together. He's crying.
His 3D
Brian
printer wasn't
was,
synced up properly, you know.
Yeah, so it wasn't. He had some bad STL files. Lonnie,
Wait, sorry. What did Tobias do?
He tried to like bring the wood up to grab Leonakis, and
Okay.
but he fucked up.
Okay, cool. You're now trying to help us. Cool.
He's trying to make sure his brother doesn't die.
Good question. The spell limit thing, you're only allowed to cast a spell on a cantrip. Does that apply to the spell rot tattoo?
Does it apply to the spell rot tattoo? What action economy is a spell rot tattoo? It's equivalent, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll let you double up via spell rot tattoo for the moment, and we can revisit the ruling if it seems broken.
Okay. Well, I'm. Actually, yeah. No, never mind. This should be fine. I'm gonna mount up Lumi, and you guys got.
Like how the way that looks is it looks like you were. It looks to me like you were mounting like one of the ladies there.
Wait, there. Oh, right.
No, she's 30 feet up, so.
Oh, okay. No, I was like, wait, what?
Ronnie, that's not your wolf. That's a lady.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this regardless. I'm gonna cast another hold person on the
Leonakis?
Yeah.
All right, pop me that shot, or well, throw up the title card and I'll save.
That's
Was it Dex or Wisdom or Dex or Strength?
No, it's not. It's just wisdom. Damn it.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Bonus action cast Shillelagh, and I will just
Bonk.
wait here and just wait to bonk if something happens.
Tento, it's your turn, To. Leonakis has lost a lot of blood. He's stunned. He can only speak haltingly. It's just blood. And his fear in his eyes, real fear. His one good eye.
Oh my god, can we please stop hitting my uncle? Can you please stop trying to take the staff back?
Arx says, does that mean I'm not supposed to shoot him?
Shoot the bugs
Here says
first.
shoot him anyways.
No, shoot the bugs first.
And he says, fuck. We need to decide who we're shooting. I call a 10-minute break. See you at 10:43.
Man, if only that's how it could work in combat.
Time out! Time
Time
out!
out, time out. 10-minute break, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Alright, see you guys after the break.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh fuck! They took an extra 3 minutes. My bad. So, dreamers, you find yourselves locked in mortal combat, turmoil, even. Tenta, you doing some shit, right?
Yeah.
Where's it Bardick's turn? No, I think you've taken your turn yet. So, Tento, on your
yeah.
turn, you feel something liquid running over your hand. You look down and you see your blood that from like the prick that you got when he was yanking the chain is really up against the glass.
Okay,
And
that's weird.
Leonakis holds up his hand and says haltingly, "React!" And he seems frightened. The blue glow continues to get brighter and brighter.
Anyone any ideas of what I should do? I'm not quite sure what this is.
He's looking at you trying to say something, but he can't speak.
Well, first off, is this staff still hurting me?
Yeah, actually, you do have to make a con save. If you're not going to drop it, you have to make a con save every turn.
Just to clarify, the blood that the thing pricked Tento is not going inside the glass vial thing.
No, it's not. It's like, imagine like a glass tube and there's like some evil looking like Sauron flanges on the outsides. It's outside still, but it has been glowing brighter.
Tento, I think you need to step away from that thing.
What thing?
The thing you're holding. It's reacting to you.
I don't exactly want to throw this. That sounds like a bad idea.
Did not tell you to throw it.
Come put it in the bag.
With all of our other magical shit.
I'm just gonna put it in my pocket. I'll just stuff that thing in my fucking pocket. I let go of it, I put it in my pocket. I'm like, okay, now what to do with this fucking staff? Ideas, anyone?
Come put it in the bag.
I'm not putting it in the. You know what? I'm asking the wrong person, obviously.
Lonnie points to the bag at her hip.
Why is
Get it
what
away
is your
from your
guys'
uncle.
obsession?
Get everything you have and get it away from yourself and your uncle.
You see Tento just like, okay. And then he starts.
Zion will offer to hold the staff.
Sure. Whoop, I keep clicking the wrong thing. I hand the staff to Zion. Anything happen? Well, I had to do a con save first. I did a 12 pass to con. I doubt it.
You're still taking the necrotic. I'll roll it.
Okay.
That's 13 necrotic damage.
Jesus.
You want to hand the staff to Zion?
Yeah.
Zion, you grab the staff. You feel something rotten twisted within it, trying to shoot up your circuits. Roll me a con save. You withstand.
Nice going.
Shakes a bit, but Zion managed to keep it under wraps. Tento, that vial in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Down his pocket.
Now in my
Apparently.
pockets.
Now in your
Yeah.
pocket. Do you do anything? Okay, what do you do with this your turn?
I'm gonna go towards Aja and be like, any other way out of here besides that door?
And
I'll
he
use my
says-
bonus action
and
dash.
He says, upstairs, yes.
Guess I'm going upstairs.
Does any of the blood get wiped off from him putting it into his pocket?
Alright, so you're gonna go up to 30 feet, I presume, to be able to be on the next level?
Oh.
Or I don't know if you have the movement for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need to measure out the movement real quick.
My
Sorry.
bad.
I mean, I should, because that's 10, 20. because my bonus action dash. That's it right there. That's my movement. Bonus action. I can take my main action and move some more. So I'll do that. I'll just use my main action to move. Wait, where upstairs? I never asked that.
You see it. You see there's a door due north. You know that's the door that leads out to the pool.
All right. You should probably come with me, Pasha.
And he's like, ah, and he's gonna fall on his turn.
Okay.
So that's where you are, right? That's your turn.
Yeah, I'm up the stairs too. 'Cause
Okay.
I used my
At
other
the end of your
25
turn, a shockwave comes out and the blue light dims. Leonakis yells something haltingly and points outside. Who knows what that was, but Tento, for the moment, it seems that the disturbance is over.
That's good.
Spartaga shoots at a bug. Fucking trying to keep my trance going up. And he fires 2 shots at the nearby bug. I forget I always need to swap my swap to be able to whop my whop. Hit.
What? I'm sorry.
Hit and a hit. Double 8s.
Dang. Go Micah.
Yep, 2 arrows prick into this thing. Orange juices spew all over some satyr's leg hair. Nastily, its arms twist up towards Orochi, flicking ineffectively as it... Actually, is it burrowed into Orochi?
It's bro to Boroshi.
Yeah, Orochi, you feel the pain. Like, you feel like it might vomit into you.
Ew.
As his head switches and lurches
That's
around inside
gross.
you. But in fact, that's why you don't burn ticks, because that's what they'll do. It is Leonakis' turn. He's stunned until the end of Tyr's next turn, so all he can really do is fucking nothing, because he's stunned. However, you do note when the blue shockwave goes out, his eyes roll back in his head, both like the scry eye and the regular eye, and he fucking faints.
Well, that was easier than we thought, out of character, because...
Does he faint standing because he's stunned still?
No, he falls over. He slumped like rigidly into position with his hands out. Yeah, so Tyr, it's your turn.
Yep. Is he like?
He's not dead. He's not dead.
Well,
Please don't kill my
I
uncle.
guess I'll make sure he is.
Please, man.
Attack with advantage. He can't do shit. You roll that damage. Okay. You force him awake, and he takes some great damage.
Oh, you're awake.
He cries out in pain. You hit again. All right, that's 12. And Tobia Solo yells at you. No, he's down. Stop.
Yes,
way,
Tyr, stop hitting my uncle.
By the way, because he was considered unconscious, that first one was an auto crit.
Okay, roll your extra damage dice.
But if he wakes up after the first, the second one wouldn't be.
I
Also-
feel like Lonnie would do this.
Also, the
Go.
12 hits. The 12 hits. Oh, sorry, that's a damage roll, right?
No, that's damage. Yeah.
Alright, so there's an extra
well-
3 damage. He's almost dead.
I don't believe I used this yet. Lonnie's kind of reaction. Cure wounds. Level 1.
On
I
Leonakis?
still don't like him. Yeah. No, on Tyr, who's perfectly fine.
I'm hurt.
I'm hurt. Help! I'm bleeding.
All right. Roll me that. Show me how
God,
much.
I can't believe I'm using my reaction on you, buddy.
There you go, healing.
All right.
Enemies
So you heal him, right? And part of him seems healthier, but part of him rots and decays, and you've only healed for half the value.
Oh, that's
Things
not good.
worse.
And it's almost like a radiant glow of light as like the healing rests upon him and burns away what it finds there.
So it's like it caused damage. It wasn't that it didn't do anything. It actually caused.
Yeah, so think of it like it healed all the way to 12 and then
Yeah.
dealt 6 damage.
Okay.
Or, I mean,
Noted.
the way it looked in the fiction, it's like half of his body was getting healed properly, and half of it like went nova and burned away to crisp.
Okay. Noted.
Unarmed strike at advantage once more. He is still prone.
Yeah, flurry of blows.
I forgot about that. God damn it.
Oh wait, no,
Oh,
he's
dear.
still stunned, right?
He's
at the end
still
of-
stunned.
Yeah, at the
yes.
end of your turn, he's
Mm-hmm.
comes out of
Yep.
it.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
non-lethal.
All right, yeah. So you go for it.
Who
you
is
go for
this?
slam. You
It does scare.
You slam him up. You slam him down, and he hits the dirt, bloodied, unconscious. Not the dirt, but you know the floor. You pick him up by the collar, double choke slam him. He's out for the count.
I like the idea of just Tier double choke slamming someone.
Yeah,
Lonnie
I'm
breathes
just
a
gonna hold
sigh
him.
of relief.
All right.
Hold him by the throat, and
All
that's
right.
it.
Damn.
Hiroshi, it's your turn. The bug is still burrowing in you.
Mm-hmm. So I know that my movement's halved.
Correct, because there's a bug in you.
I'm going to move
It
here.
is moving along with you.
So can I position so the bug is onto my right?
Correct. You can force the bug to be to your right because you can twist your own body.
And would you say because the bug is stuck in me that it does not have the wiggle room to use its dex
The
on
wiggle
per se
room.
a save?
Here's the problem with that, right? When you do your like Kamehameha shit, their position matters a lot, right? The position of your arms matters a lot. This
I'm
thing,
willing to
this
take
thing,
my own blast to knock this thing out.
okay. I will, because I was gonna say, like, you know, they're just not, like, you know, it's inside your guard, basically. But if you are willing to turn your hands on, like, away from yourself onto yourself, yes, you can do that. And it will have a save at disadvantage.
All right, I'm gonna torrent blast this way.
All right, throw it out, throw it out. You twist your body, the thing wiggles inside of you, almost anticipating it.
So 15 on a fail, and then 7 on a success. And I'm rolling this too, right?
Yep. But I don't think you can dex save because, like, you gotta hit yourself.
Alright.
So the one in you is fucked. The one out of you takes 7, and is barely up. But the one that was inside of you is ripped apart. Its guts go flying, and it spatters into the far wall.
Ew.
And this one is also blown back, right?
No, this one actually doesn't push.
All right, so this one like flies and pushes. Yeah, right. You kill the shit out of that one. It goes flying. It's out of you. There's a big, lying a huge flesh wound where it burrowed in. You're like, oh fuck, that's gonna need treating ASAP.
Tento, your uncle better have a good reason. He's gonna get something worse than that bug.
Good to know. Thank you.
All right, anything else, Orochi?
That's my turn.
The remaining louse attacks Tyr because Tyr has just struck down its master. I don't. Something tells me it doesn't hit. This one, without further option, attempts to strike Zion directly. Not breaking AC as it nibbles on the armor. Zion, it's your turn. I mean, honestly, at this juncture, I'm assuming you guys squashed the bugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and tie up Leonicus.
Right. So at this juncture, the satyrs help you secure the last of the bugs, and as do some of the halflings. And Leonicus is tied up, and Tyr is holding him. Tento, you're making a move, I believe, sir.
Yes, we are running to the lake. I am dragging my father.
Running to the lake, Tobias Solo holds and says, "Wait, Tento Solo, Solarosi, are you sure your friends won't kill Leonicus while we're away?"
He takes a pause. Look. Yes, they won't kill him.
Doesn't sound very
Well,
convincing. Don't sound very convinced.
Look, will he be hurt? Yes. Will they kill him? You know, we have this annoying gnome that likes healing people she shouldn't be healing. She'll keep him alive.
It's like, oh, I've already seen it. Very well then. And the two of you run off to the pool.
As you guys run out, Oroshi's gonna scream out, "Do you want us to bring him?"
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Dad, do you bring him?
As that
Gotcha.
happens, someone to the south screams, "Wolves! Dead wolves!" And you see people are screaming as undead direwolves have broken the perimeter and are in town.
Remind me, the hedge that surrounds this area.
There is a
Was it
hedge
magical?
surrounding the. There's a magical hedge surrounding the northern pool. There is
Yeah.
not a hedge, but yeah, that did seem somewhat magical.
So, it's safe to assume that they have to come through this tree trunk to get into the hedge area.
That is how you have seen the layout be in all instances of your observation of it. Yes.
Okay.
So right now, so is anybody dragging Leonicus along with Tyr and Tobias Solo? And what is everybody else doing about the fact that there's undead direwolves being called out in the middle of town?
Oroshi's gonna tell Lonnie, "Can you get him to Tento and stay with him, make sure that he doesn't do anything more stupid? I think we're gonna have to hold it here and try to get as many villagers in this place." Zion, you good holding the door?
Yeah.
Door.
Short noting that while that is a good plan, you already see halflings being overtaken in the distance. So you are planning to let them die, correct?
No, Orochi is gonna run out, give
Okay.
people celerity, and try to get them in this place as much as he can.
Okay. So Zion is holding the door. Orochi is flying away. What are those inside doing?
Lonnie is gonna try drag his unconscious ass onto Lumi in her stead.
Sure. And
Just use your body weight, just pendulum off of him,
Yeah, just do that. It's just that easy, right?
Always. Tyr just mutters, always the only enemy.
Lonnie is gonna pretend that she doesn't hear that, and
She's gonna say, yeah.
Well, I don't understand what you're saying.
What was that? Huh?
so Lonnie's gonna try. Is the way to the third floor through the through upstairs? Like we didn't see any stairs.
yeah,
continuing.
you have to go. No, there's stairs to every level. What do you mean?
But I mean, like the entrance this entrance doesn't have stairs up to the third floor, right?
Correct. You have to go internally to reach the third floor.
Okay. Lonnie's gonna start heading up these stairs then.
Okay, you're trying to reach his office.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will quickly pump you upstairs. Lumi with the grumble
He's
takes.
coming with me.
Oh wait, so you're bringing Leonicus with you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys, Tento, through the door, you see Leonicus on Lumi, but they don't bring him outside.
Tyr's
What do you
gonna
guys-
come with.
I thought we were bringing him with us.
Lonnie's just gonna shout out. Oh wait, just等一下.
Ah, shit, that's right. She does that thing.
All right, so Lumi, you've got him upstairs.
Do you understand that, Tier?
Now, here's a very joyful moment in your life. Navigate the part of the dungeon you guys just like never went to before. Now under time duress.
I
What?
think it's in the north because you said that there was a window. Like we would have seen where the window
Yeah, you
is.
saw a window in the northeast. Northeast is where you're going. So
Okay, yep, that's where I'm going then.
Which of these two doorways do you take?
North.
All right, so you go in around these winding patterns. You arrive, find some scrolls and stuff, and an instrument, papers all strewn about. It looks haphazard and lived in. You see notes and signs and glyphs and symbols of oneness and something to do with drams of blood.
She's just gonna grab the notes and cast conjure woodland beings. Does the window have anything over it? This is
You're
a very
not
important question,
in the
actually.
same room.
Oh, okay.
This is a different room. There's no window here.
Cool. She'll grab the notes and stuff into her bag or something,
All right, so
Or
and then go
something.
look for that window.
all right, you come up to this intersection and now you can see the office.
Okay, cool. She'll grab these notes too.
You grab a note, you're looking around. You quickly get a gist of what's happened here. The pact has been overdrawn in order to reinforce the defenses. You suspect that they have just shorted out because the pseudo-phylactery was key to the artificial strengthening overdrawing the pact. If the pseudo-phylactery is sacrificed, you could return things to the status quo, which would be strongly reinforced by the trees that protect this place. But it would put things back to where they used to be. You weren't there for the conversation about how things used to be. All you know is it would appear to be an equilibrium. You see that someone not involved in the previous ritual is going to be the ideal candidate, which would mean Tento. You think Tento has to break the vial into the lake, as north into the lake as he can get, and then slit his palm and feed it.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Isn't this great knowledge for someone who can't communicate with their teammates?
Yeah, so you've got the
He's
knowledge.
just-
The window's right here. What are you gonna do? You've
Yeah,
got
she's
Leonakis
stuffing-
upstairs with you.
She's stuffing the notes in her bag, and she's gonna conjure woodland beings, and she plans to fly out the window and meet Tento up at the lake.
Alright.
That's a lot. I don't know when that's gonna happen,
The
but that's the
pixies
plan.
pop up. You fly out. Orochi and Zion holding out. So Orochi, as all of this shit by the lake happens, you are out. There are innocent halflings, and there are fucking undead direwolves out here. You're having a bad time, sir.
You're
At
having a
least you're
bad
not
time.
Kabancho.
Yeah, at least you're not dead. I mean, non-existent
you-
At least you don't have trauma with wolves yet.
yet.
So you see some Ilkiros that have been over. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Mouse. You can't like try and eat my shoe. Holy shit.
Oh, you scared me. I was something happened. I was, what happened, Lee? Are you okay? I was like, figured out.
Trying to avoid like the restriction past this at this juncture, like it's gotta go.
That's fair enough. So,
Mouse stream.
Mouse stream. Mouse stream.
Alright, you know what you gotta do with things that you're about to get rid of. You gotta name it. What is this mouse's name?
Bro, this mouse.
What was the
fucking
what was the
returner.
mouse's name in American Tale? In America's Tale?
And what?
Coming
Coming to America over the top? Yeah.
American Tale, I think that's what it's called. American Tale.
No clue.
Yeah, it's 1986 movie. What the fuck was the mouse's name?
New solution. I'm putting my feet in the box and continuing.
I don't think. You know what, Lee? It's your stream. The show must go on.
Orochi, let's get out of this fucking forest this session, okay? Orochi, there are two halflings. They're being rounded upon by Undead direwolves. They will not make it. What do you do?
You said 2. I see 3 halflings.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you see 3 halflings. I deleted one of those.
I see one here.
He's already
and then
dead.
2 with the same token here.
Yeah. Imagine
There's only 2 of those.
Imagine
one
there's
each.
only 2 of those. Yeah.
Okay. Which one looks?
Less dead.
I was gonna ask like which one looks faster, but I don't know if I could actually tell that. Which one looks younger?
Like in what sense?
She looks a bit younger.
All right. So I don't know how action comedy turn order you're gonna do, but he's gonna fly into this halfling, spend his action to give him celerity.
Mm-hmm. All right. Here's the thing. By the time you've so you fly up, and as you go out to touch him, he fucking trips and falls.
Oh no!
What do you
Got an
do?
advantage on deck saves.
All right, but you give him celerity. He's clawing his way up, but he's got the wolves are closing. What do you do next?
Unfortunately, he's got all the help that he can get. He's got double his movement. He can bonus action dash, main action dash.
All right, so you pick her up.
I'm gonna come to this person and pick her up and try to fly away.
All right. Okay, so it goes well enough for him. He manages to sprint to the distance. You've saved these 2 people. However, a third halfling hiding in a ditch has been spotted by one of the undead direwolves. The other 2 rush off towards the tree. This dude is just cowering. What are you gonna do?
What is my action economy at this point?
Imagine you have a full turn.
And I'm assuming picking him up is an action. Oh wait, was picking up the other person an action too? Or no? Because she was.
I don't think we've played lifting people as an action before, have we? Normally, it's imposed.
Have when they were like corpses and unwilling.
When they're corpses.
But that person, I'm assuming, was willing to receive help. The question is, would this halfling be willing to receive help in his state of fear?
Give me persuasion for your calmly aura.
Calmly aura.
How far is this from Zion?
You learned this in hermit school, right?
Yes.
yes,
Social
this,
skills.
this is transpiring about 200 feet from Zion.
So you can probably see me, but I don't know if you can do anything at 200 feet.
Maybe some spells and attacks can go that far.
All right. If Oroshi's seeing this, he's gonna torrent synaptic blast, eat a burn, spend an internal buffer to effectively auto hit this wolf with synaptic blast, which makes it so that he can only move or spend an action, and he has to make a save for this. I don't think the damage is going to really matter, but maybe it comes up later.
Failed, took damage. At the end of Direwolf's leg breaks, and you see bone and rot just poking through as
Ew.
its ruined flesh marinates in the sun.
Oh shit, that has fucking 300 Reina's long range?
Alright,
Yeah.
give me that
Oh
attack.
my
Give me that attack.
god.
That's a hit. Give me that damage. Lightning dances out and zaps it as
Holy
well.
shit.
You definitely see through its fucking skeleton. Yeah, alright. So it's shot. It's crispy. It's synapsed. It's you're running for this dude, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. We're both moving
Give me an
inside.
acrobatics to just dive in and lift him out as fast as you can.
I go, come on, buddy,
Alright.
gotta work with me.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he clings to you. You fly away as Zion continues to lay down fire.
Stop pulling on the
Before
scales.
the
Now.
entrance is overwhelmed. Meanwhile, at the Ilkirana Pool of Power, it is daytime now.
Jeez, we're at this for a while.
It was almost dawn when we went to the shrine. I think he said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys arrived during the day, so So is this magically like exactly the people I needed? No, this is this is not the set of people I needed. Fuck, I don't want to have to go to another map screen to get everybody, but I might have to. The people who don't have port next to them are the new ones, right?
Yes. Port as in like we ported them over. That is the copy that we copied them over. Was the logic.
Okay, so here's Lumi. Who else are we missing? Oh, Chibiya Solo.
That do be a level 8 wolf. Cool.
We can get an eyeball for Shin.
I'm
Shin
sorry. What
left
did I
out.
So
miss something? Did Shin
you
need an eyeball?
arrive. You arrive, and it looks like there is a new glow from the pseudophylactery. The staff back in Zion's hand grows like a second branch and tries to stab through its hand. Roll me a strength save, Zion.
Strengths are gone.
Strength. Dude, it's a question of. Yeah, you rebuff it. It tinks.
I smacked the staff onto the floor. Stop that.
Gotta
Hey,
get the spray bottle.
bad.
On the
Do you
ground.
speak
Bad
staff?
You rush out. Lonnie flies out with Leonakis, who is still unconscious. Tobiya Solo looks at Tento and says, "Tento Lorosi, what are we gonna do?" And he says, "We need to defend the village." Oh, the agent backed. What's wrong? And
Lonnie
he's lost.
shoves the notes into Tento's hands when she gets the chance.
Tento, you see a bunch of deep arcane notes sometimes in languages you don't read. Give me an Arcana to try and figure out what the fuck this means.
Oh hey.
You think if you and your dad take up opposite positions and you throw in the tube, you can make it. You can basically factory reset the ancient pact.
I tell him that's okay. According to these notes, I don't know where Lonnie got these. Where'd she get these? Well, that's a side point. Okay, we're gonna stand on opposite sides of the lake, and then I pull out the celiac. I cannot pronounce that word. I pull out the vial. I was like, I'm gonna throw this, and it should reset everything.
And he says, "Tento Rossi, my boy, my sweet, sweet boy, do you know what you're doing? Because if we fuck this up, we're fucked."
I think we're fucked either way. So
Well, that's the
gotta take a
spirit.
chance.
Yeah,
there you go.
You now need to make it across these stones and reach opposite points.
What he just said does track with what I know, right?
Yes, although the version that you concocted was that Tento would do so alone. So it's not that he's wrong, it's that this is going to be a slightly different version. You don't know what difference that will create off top. But Tento, give me an acrobatics.
Can Lonnie try to like hold him back?
Yeah, you can try and grab
Lonnie
him.
to react. I was like, do you not?
Lonnie.
Dad, wait.
How much of like did it look like he actually like read or did he skim?
I don't know.
What I roll? We're in a high. He read a bit.
Lonnie's just gonna point to the notes again.
I read these already. What do you? I don't. We don't have a lot of time.
Okay, and she'll let go. Cause she
Are you sure, Lon? Look, it'll be fine.
Can I read the notes?
Casey, just as a reminder, you still have the transcendental bond. 'Cause it's a
No,
new
I
day.
don't. I already used it today. I
Did
think.
you use it today? When did you use it today?
Mm-hmm. When we were at the shrine.
Oh fuck, you're
Oh, shit,
right.
you're right.
Oh yeah, no shit. That would have been used a long time. Yeah. Am I able to understand the notes?
Yeah. Well, you can understand the alchemical symbols.
Cool.
Good enough.
Cool. Okay, yeah, Lonnie is just gonna let go then, cause she's working with very incomplete information.
Oh, hello. Hello.
We can hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay. You like cut off, and I was like, oh shit, something happened. Are you okay? And he starts running across. You said acrobatics, right? Oh my god, are you fucking serious? Come on.
So you run, you leap, and you splash into the water, and you slide on a slick stone.
Yeah, fucking. He just see him.
The water
curse.
goes blue around you.
She does want to
Uh,
move. She does want to move Lumi and what's his face, Leo, whatever.
Leonakis.
Yeah, just a little further away from the water because I don't know what his plan was.
All right. Tento, you're splashing around. Give me athletics to swim.
I'm a much better swimmer.
You climb back out. And you manage to make it to your rock. But the final leap is going to be its own acrobatics test. Kobyosho sees this, whips out his lute, and strums. You feel inspired.
Woo!
Gain extra d6 on that. You do the most perfect jump imaginable at 25.
Here is gonna run to this rock.
All right.
I can run on water.
What the fuck? Since when? Excuse me?
Yeah, I can run on water.
You
I was
did
gonna
last
look at
time.
Tears like, you can do that? That's not important right now.
Yeah.
He like needs to shake himself out of his stupor. He's like, oh, that's not important. All right. Now, I just need to throw this. Where do I need to throw this again?
Into the center.
I just need to throw this in the center. I throw it. Yeah. You.
You toss it. It goes end over end. Leonakis almost for a moment seems to awaken and reach out a hand, saying no. And it, as it touches the water with such force, cracks just a bit, and it shoots out a huge inky spray of deep blue glow. And it creates a twisting, arcing glow of ink in the water, pulsing between red and blue. Leonakis says, now? Like putting the blade to his palm, confused, unsure. waiting.
Yeah.
Alright, so you get a cut,
Yep.
and you take 1 damage. You let out enough blood to fill in. There is a swirl. There is a deep pulse of energy. And there is an explosion of growth. Vines begin to tear their ways out of the grass. The hedge grows thrice the height, and the trees above sway. There's a breaking and a rotting. And Zion, as the end of direwolves trying to overtake you, you see them become screwed up in their bones, twisted around wrong, jerking around until finally nothingness. Birds swoop through. There is a deep cackling howl from beyond, and there is a sense of wildness. The stillness of this place is gone. You feel you are once again undeniably in Kokoloi Forest.
Yeah.
Tendo looks at wait, hold on. Oh, that's Casey's mouse look. I thought that
Okay.
Kokoloi
I
Solo
was like, am I on the wrong side?
Casey. Yeah, your uncle looks at you and says, Tento, we've done it, but what have we done? And Leonakis says, everything we worked for, brother. You've thrown it away.
Explain?
It's back to the bad old days now, Tento. He
Battle
coughs.
days? Oh.
He looks downturned. You see the dead flesh on him grow deader. The scrying eye grow dim. He says, without that, all the blood, the accumulated progress at the pact. He kind of falls over, and he vomits deep red blood. And sort of turns on his side.
Can I medicine check him?
Yeah.
Not entirely sure what I'm looking for. I will guidance this.
Rapid
Oh,
onset
goodness.
necrosis from several key parts across his body. It is significant in seeping into the brain from the eye. Unless something extreme is he will expire momentarily.
Do I know if like curing magics is gonna do wonky shit again, or
It looks like everything you're going to hurt is already dying, but you're going to make it die faster by casting healing magic. If you're just healing his HP.
great?
Let me tell you, he's gonna die a lot quicker if you do anything.
So, but you do have to heal him. That being said, just giving him HP probably won't be enough. If you can't restore something about him, he's probably a goner.
Okay. Revivify's a necromancy spell.
True.
Do I feel like it's gonna do anything to him even though he hasn't passed yet?
You think that you need to wait for the right moment, and then you'll be able to use it. You have Diamond in hand, ready to use Revivify?
Alright, Tyr knows the moment, right?
By the way, by the way, Lonnie, that cord I described earlier when you were coming into town, it's snapped, it's severed, something is gone. Something has been released, some great tension tied to this place. Life and death are flowing swiftly now.
Yo, I don't have time to pay attention to that. I'm trying to figure out how much I like Tento and how much Tento likes his uncle.
Yeah, and Toby, so Toby sees this.
I am prepared to cast it when I feel the moment is right.
Toby is like sprinting his way back. He tries to not trip on the rocks, running and jumping between them.
And Tinto's gonna run with him.
Lonnie-
He does trip on the rocks and splash into the water. He's paddling around.
Lonnie will try to have it so the cloak is like the cloak, which I don't think she ever took off of her again, is trying to obscure what she's doing with her hands.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's trying to obscure specifically his dad's view of this as much as possible.
So what are you trying to do on him? You're just cure wounds in him?
No,
He's trying to
I
buy-
have Revivify, and that one is classified under Necromancy.
Alright, but you're trying to like cover him up so that Toby can't see.
Yeah, I have my cloak on me. I'm just trying to obscure what I'm doing with my hands.
Leonakis doesn't last long. He breathes his last pained glance trying to see any of his family members as he fades from the world.
I presume now is the moment?
Now is the moment, cast Revivify.
Wait,
Patrick.
gotta hesitate for a second.
Now, shit, why would she do that?
I don't know, like something
That
tells
crazy. Why
me.
would she
Also-
ever hesitate to do such a thing?
Yeah, so Tento, you went back. Yeah, so you return one of one. You return one of your lives. Leonakis is dead
Goodbye.
and alive. You call upon.
Diamond.
You see his spirit and his soul are there. There is something brambly and dark and rotten and screwed up all within. But as you bring him back from death, it seems as if these torn parts begin to return. He sputters open, and his eye goes a deep blue, not unlike yours. He looks up at you, mouth open. He falls into a deep slumber.
Lonnie, did you just... Wait, can she understand me? Can you understand me at this point or not?
It seems like I mean, you have no idea of knowing.
Yeah.
Lonnie just stands up and just lets people approach, I guess.
So Leonakis has been saved. Life and death have swung hard. You had the feeling that Leonakis, due to the lingering organ issues, is going to be bedridden for some time. Zion, the staff seems to change. It ceases to be a threat and just sort of withers into nothingness.
Huh, it worked.
Yeah, just smacking it.
The town bell has been rung, and you see a petty militia with bow and club and axe and blade, like pushing back, but they realize that their foe is already defeated and let out a triumphant cry. There is a sense of alarm still as people see wolves and other creatures bounding through the territory they normally wouldn't be able to pass into. But for now, things are holding and people are cautiously happy. Tobiaso comes over to the side of his downed brother and he sings a song of life and death. It rides off of the powerful energy in this place. And you see Leonakis, his wounds begin to fully stitch themselves together. He looks at Lonnie and says, "I thank you for saving my brother's life. After this, I don't know what will become of him. But I can't lose any more family." He looks over at Tento and he says, "And thank you for watching over my son." And he looks heavy and hard upon the group. Says, "Right now, though, the people need leadership more than ever. It's a shame Tento's mother isn't here to see this." He looks out at a wilder surrounding than he came into, bramble, vine already poking through the grass, and says, "We need people like his mother for what's to come." And, yeah, with that, the party, yes, Tento, what do you want to say?
It's like, did I mess up?
Tento says, "No, Tento. I don't really understand what he was doing, but the Anarchist, he was doing things, dire things. I tried to look the other way, but I knew he was dabbling in necromancy. Just didn't know how deep he'd gone. Seeing those powers he unleashed on you. I think you've put us back to the way things used to be. The Anarchist was willing to give up too much. Hold on, guys. You see the mouse? Oh, fuck. He's getting away.
Get the mouse!
Revealed him. He's gonna try and run this way. Ah! No, fuck you. Alright. Resume.
Did you get the mouse?
No. God damn it.
Sound like you did.
I threw it at him, but he dodged.
Mice do be good at that, honestly.
So, here's what's up. You guys are, yeah, so Leonakis is alive, but in a deep state. Tobia Solo is looking at you, and he says, "Tento, my boy, I think that what Leonakis had to do was eating him. I don't know what happened with your mother, but I can't help but feel it's related."
Tento's like, probably good chance, yeah.
I think the council will have to meet and decide what to do. I'm gonna be honest though. He scratches the back of his head. Don't know how people are going to feel about you after this.
Tento's was like, eh.
You'll always be my son, though. The hell with the rest of them. And he comes up, clasps you on the shoulder, and says, "I can't say I can take any credit, but I am proud of the man you've grown up to be." Gives you like a stern, like, head nod.
I hug him.
He hugs you back, cries, warm, wet tears. And as we pan out on this, I think would it be fair to say that the group is going to get the supplies and fuck off,
Yeah.
or are you going to try and stay
Considering
here?
that we stopped them, saved their lives, they're probably in a net positive in terms of their attitude towards us. So I would say so.
Probably, yeah.
So you guys will stay here for a time.
Enough to get shit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's see. Might as
I
well
don't
see
know.
how this plays
How
out.
is everyone feeling?
We'll see whether or not the town.
Yeah,
hates me.
Lonnie would
Hates
like
my
to
guts.
see how they what they feeling. Like if they're like, hey, what was it? Like pitchforks and torches. Yeah, we'll probably leave.
So you want to leave?
She wants to gauge how they're feeling, cause I mean, I think she also ultimately the decision is gonna be up to Tento regardless.
I kind of, think I need to see the consequences of my action through this time, guys.
He has changed.
Oh my goodness, growth.
Character development. Oh my god.
But I will run the minute they
But if those consequences are bad, I will run.
Yeah, exactly. But let me tell you, if those consequences are really, really bad, I will run.
So yeah, after a bout of violence, order is restored, and the council, which fled before the violence, reconvenes down one member.
Because he's asleep, or they got by undead dire wolves.
because one of them is asleep, not because they got caught.
Okay.
They did not run outside. They must have run upstairs. As far as fuck me, I hope we're not getting into politics again.
Yeah.
So you guys put Leonakis in his bed to recover, and guards are set to assure that he does not escape. And the council members come forth and basically say, or rather, looks down and says, "This is all because of Tentolo Rossi. Everything Leonakis built has been turned on its head. Danger is encroaching."
What did he build? Do you know?
It says, "We're safer with him as Chief Thurge. Obviously, he's done things that can't be forgiven, but we all saw you force his hand when you fooled him into naming you the champion."
Yeah.
Lonnie rolls her eyes like,
Yeah.
explain to me how
Yeah.
how undead direwolves is safer than whatever is going to happen now.
Yeah, and Corey says, "They're really gonna blame him after everything he's done." And the other two, Tobias Solo says no, and the other two council members say yes. And he realizes he's up on the upper level with them. You guys are down below, and he says, he's my son, and they say, yes, you should recuse yourself from this vote. He's like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant, oh, you mean you're gonna vote for your
Guys.
son?
Can
Guys,
Orochi come
please.
inside?
Yeah, I assume Orochi is
His,
inside.
his token's still outside. I wasn't
Zach-
quite
Zach
sure.
Jackson.
Yeah, I'm
We're
also
still
I'm also
outside.
upstairs. Oh, I guess I can just drop myself. What's the? I think it's 15.
Elevation 15.
Yeah, elevation 15.
Guys,
Tyr's
guys.
gonna speak up.
Yeah, what does
Oh.
Tyr say?
No.
What kind of leaders run at the first sight of trouble before their people?
And
Ooh.
the people downstairs look at Tyr and look up as if though, yeah, what the fuck is your answer, homie? And Tobias Solo like crosses his arms and says, the masked man speaks truth. I saw you turn Lily Livered and run. And they scoff and they say, our families have run this for generations. Just because the Rizarcardias are upstarts who got 2 council seats, you think you can push us around with your magic? Tobias Solo says, you ran the first sight of danger. Time used to be our leaders didn't make that kind of decision. They wouldn't be leaders long. And they say, this is a preposterous. You know that we're going to call a vote to exile your son, and now you're trying to oust your son a coup. You're plunging us into chaos, all because it's what your wife wanted. And Tobias Solo grips the railing at that mention and says, don't bring her into this. And they say, or what? You threaten us with your magic and your mercenaries? There's mercenary band associated with your son? And some of the halflings downstairs say, what's your answer? What kind of leaders run? And they are clearly losing control of this fucking situation. Some of the halflings who come inside have like clubs and stuff, and maybe their guards are militia, but they're not looking particularly loyal to anyone right now. They're looking around confused and angry as well. And someone says, regardless of the fact that they're cowards, though, my garden is not safe. My home and fields are not safe. I don't have a safe haven to return to from a foraging now. Things are different. Things are wild again. Like in the time of my father. Someone has to answer that. I don't know who, but someone does. And the council are, again, very quick to point figures and say, Antolo Sorosi is the key of all of this. Him and his strangers, and this man who comes here, saying such things of us, wearing a mask. We can't even see his face.
Orochi at this point will speak up. So how about you let your people speak?
They say,
Maybe the current council should step down and the people should pick their own leaders again.
yeah, the people grumble.
If you're true leaders, they will pick you again.
Yeah, there is some grumbling
Got
in the
him.
ground. And they say, you would plunge us into anarchy. And
No, there will be a new leadership. That is not anarchy.
Tobias Solo says, I resign from this disgraceful council. It is as the outsider says. We cannot claim to lead as we run at the first sign of danger. I put my faith in the people. They will pick me again. And people cry out his name. But some people say, no, he was part of it. We can't have him again. His brother's vile deeds he covered for. Who's to say what he just did with his son? We should have, and then the names fly everywhere. There is violent halfling democracy about to outbreak here. The other council members, like pitilessly, look down and say, that leaves only 2 members of the council. And
How much of the council left?
and Tobias Solo says that puts you below quorum. You can't have a vote. And it looks like things are pretty fucking tense here. Like, they might be about to try and force something. But someone points out, we're all looking to these dangerous strangers in our midst. The reality is, we've grown soft. When Tentolarosi's mother was still around, Fey-Pact Warlock could have stood her own. But now, we're afraid. Cowed. It's time we return to the old ways. As our cousins of the deep woad, Ilkirana must again be a free stead. We should not abuse our standing with the trees. They give us much. Much is required. And there is a murmur. And the counselors above do not seem to have any good answer for this. But one of them, the man does say, "You want us to go back to making deals with Fae? To trying to turn the beasts of the woods against one another? Hiding and running and stabbing from the dark? Is that any kind of way to live?" And some people do legitimately look upset by this, but someone else says, "What's the alternative? Gonna wake up Leonakis and tell him to restart a few decades of work? After where it wound up? You don't have a real option. You know, Chief Thurge." And
Lonnie wants
Or-
to. Lonnie wants to look at Tyr when all this Fae talk is happening.
Or you guys hear me out. Work with everyone in the forest together.
Corey says, "It's
Yeah,
true.
make a union.
You have a strong hold here. We could meet together and work. The hunting, the gathering, fresh out from just the areas around. And there'll be new bounties now that the area you live is no longer suppressed. Come. Live free." And there's a murmur. Does anybody want to really cinch this?
There are other people living in this forest that have not had the luxury that you all have been having. They have been surviving. They may not be cozy as you'd like it, but I would reach out to other people.
Yeah. In fact, as this is happening, you hear like a scuttling as the arrival of some Alashabol Anoraks. And they look around, they look at like the violence, and one of them just says in Parvia, "Oh, did we miss the duel? We heard it was going to be at noon."
Oh my goodness. At noon? God dang, we started early.
And Corey's like, "Well, I thought we were going to get it over with. I didn't know you were coming." And the Alashabol responds, "We would, in deep common, like, we would never miss the ancient rites being invoked. We would pay witness." And they seeing you guys salute you and say, "Ah, it is the shade of the mountain. The Boncho's companions again. I see. Well, the danger."
Yeah. Hey, you feel like working with a bunch of people? Keep a nice little hobble hole for everyone.
They say, we keep to ourselves and our own way in the dark," they say between their creaking mandibles. But they seem like they might be swayable here. Anyone give me a persuasion to really sell that?
Lonnie, do your thing.
Lonnie's gonna say the forest is in a dire situation. I think it's better, at least for now, to work together to overcome the damage that's been done.
All right, pop me that persuasion.
Roshi, you be quiet. You've been doing good so far, man, but you gotta pick your battles.
No, I got this.
Does anybody? You know what? I mean to do this earlier, actually related to the vial, but this is perfect. Shin, roll me 1d6.
Wait, why?
Roll 1d6.
I was scared.
Why are
Oh,
you so
1d6.
sus about this?
I got a 4.
15. In a strange twist of fate, one behind turns and says, "As
Oh,
Kabancho
shit.
before, we should ally with the shade of the mountain in their view. Cathodak has had great bounty and an end to tyrants. By their hand. It is a proven strategy. Perhaps tradition should be expanded, and we have great and many ties to our neighbors." Look around and they say, "Yes. Now, perhaps we should send a messenger for diplomat to come do business with the council." And everyone starts responding to that at once, and they're like, "Ah!" And Corey laughs deeply and says, "Oh, looks like we're gonna have quite a series of meetings. But come, We've all survived. I think we can agree it's time for a feast. And at that, all of the halflings, other than the council, were very pissed off about losing their jobs. Roundly agree. It's feast time, bitches. The tables come out.
Anything.
The chairs come out, and there is roasted and basted kip. There are jelly cakes. He spots the mouse in the distance. Prepares for life. Fuck. I get it. And
Charlie, it's fine.
And you receive the various bounties and the fine garnishes and the nut cakes of the wood.
Nut cake.
And Barga eats crackers. Like, all is well that ends well. I mean, honestly, best funeral I've ever been to. Shame Kiki wasn't here for it, you know? Did Barga ever call Cabancho Kiki? I don't think.
No,
No,
that's pretty funny that he
that was
did.
a Lonnie thing.
He said, shame
Only
Cabancho.
one person.
Shame Cabancho wasn't here to see it.
Yeah,
he
hurricane
was.
though. That's catching
Not gonna
on.
lie.
Yeah.
If the Kabacho was here, he'd be yelling at me right now.
You guys have a fine feast, and he says, well, I'm not much for one for gods and spirits, but, you know, we gave him a good send-off. Sure, he's looking down over us now, and it's a better place than this fucked up little world we have to live in. And,
No, I
yeah.
toast to that.
Yeah, you toast. You toast to Cabancho being in a better place. Does anybody else add any other toast to the memory of Cabancho?
All here. Fuck you. You're supposed to eat me. I'm kidding.
What's that noise? Did you guys hear that?
Actually, you mentioned something about like a thread snapping. Can I like look into that now? Actually, wait, no shit. I need my. Never mind. Ignore that. I can't do that right now.
Yeah, you'd think that you might be able to figure that out at some point. But you know, you guys are chilling. And yeah, you all eat, you toast the Cabancho being in a better place and looking down over you.
Yeah,
Tento.
Cabancho's dead.
And at the end of the feast, you know, you pack up, and Tobiasolo gives one last tearful hug to his boy and says, "Do right." And you know, it's not clear yet what will happen in Il Kirana, but you get the sense that you've set things on the path to a new future in the woods.
And sorry
The tribe accused has had its name cleared. There are reports of the undead crumbling across the woods, rapidly rolling in. And all has been set right with the undeath in this land, as life and death seem to enter back into what people would consider a natural pattern. But there's a surge of the energy. And all strands seem to have fallen away. Is there anything else that you guys want to be sure you say or do before leaving?
Tento, sorry we basically kicked your dad out of a job.
He looks like he's pretty happy.
Toby
That being said-
waves in and says, "Oh, don't mention it."
That being said, I do hope your people vote for you again.
Says, "I appreciate it. Whatever the future holds, I will sing the song of the wood and bring forth what my people need to defend themselves. Live good, happy lives here in Il Kirana."
In worst case scenario, I'm sure Tento will let you crash at his in his room.
Says, "Oh, I assume you have quite your own treehouse."
Oh, I live in a castle.
Everyone spits out their drink. A castle. And there's a great interrogation of the past several years of your life.
Oh my
As
god,
they demand
please.
to know every detail about your
You just
rags
open
story.
Pandora's
and your-
box at the family
Castle.
gathering.
So
No big deal. It's fine. What?
Yes,
Y'all don't
Auntie,
live
I
in
am
a
eating
castle?
well.
yeah, so everybody comes and ribs you and loves you, and there's a great toasting, and people feel like, you know, maybe you did some stuff, but it's feast time. Whatever, fuck it. So yeah, as you guys leave, you feel as if though all is right. In fact, you feel more lively. You all heal back to full health. It's almost like there's a surge of life throughout the woods that came from the breaking of that thread.
Lonnie didn't lose any health.
Yeah.
Good for you, Lonnie.
And as you guys like walk out of the village and you head back, you feel as if though you'll have a safer trail ahead of you. And
Let's run into that red bucking bird again.
yeah,
I just want to ask Father one last thing before I go.
what do you ask him? He looks at you. Oh boy.
Normally, I kind of just do things and, stuff happens, but honestly, did I do the right thing?
Clasp his hand on your shoulder. He says, "My boy, better than that. You've truly done what your mother would have wanted. I think we can both sleep easy knowing that."
Yeah.
He nods, he hugs you, and he wipes a tear from his eye. He says, "I love you, my boy. But I know I can't hold you. We've got castles and mermaids and all the rest."
Oh my god, who
So-
told you that?
He, he
It
chuckles.
was Bardica.
He does confirm. "Oh, your tall hobgoblin friend told me all sorts of stories about a song you're in. Anyway, safe trails. Don't be a stranger. Come home. You need a good feast. And
Yeah,
may you travel
and-
well."
And if you ever want to figure out, learn more about where I grew up at, here's the orphanage is in Nakigoros.
Like,
You'll
oh,
find it.
that's a distant city on the coast, isn't it? I confess, I've not been much beyond the woods, but perhaps it's time I see the songs of other lands and travel as you have.
It's a lot of fun. For
Indeed.
the most part, besides
Out of character, especially because you might not have a job after this.
Yeah. Says, "Well, see where the road takes me." And he clasps you on the shoulder and look, you've had your father son arc. Do you guys head off? Anything else?
No,
Yeah, you did.
but I did see Lonnie like do the thing, right?
You
thing.
saw the Revivify?
Yeah, the Revivify.
She was covering herself with a cloak, but you might have seen like a bit of a magical glow, and then your dad was okay. Not sure exactly what
Uncle,
happened.
yeah.
Your uncle, sorry. So yeah,
But I
that's
did
what we saw.
I did see her do it before, like in the same fashion.
Yeah, you saw it happen again with Cabancho. Want to remark upon the seeming
Yeah,
success
as
this time?
I asked Lonnie, is like, Lonnie, did you revive my uncle? That
Wasn't anything else that we could do.
I'm gonna give Lonnie a hug and say thank you.
Aww.
Can't bear losing another. Even though he was a jackass, he's still my uncle, and I appreciate it.
I mean, I don't really get it, but he seemed important to you, so
Oh, you do care.
AD, I've been trying to keep you out of trouble all this time. What do you mean I do care?
Thanks. Let's go back to the group now.
Before we leave, Orochi will pay his respect to the Anoraks.
You press out to pay respects, and they nod to you, and they say, and one of them even says, "I feel as if though a great fate unspools here, or perhaps spins once again."
Perhaps got twisted once again.
And I don't
God, fuck it.
I don't know if Orochi will be able to distinguish between all the Anoraks, considering I don't think he's ever seen them until now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this
Anoraks.
kind.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this
this is
kind, yeah.
definitely your first Alashable Anoraks. Probably rarely seen other kinds.
But he will thank whoever he's talking to with for the javelin spear thing.
And they say, "Ah, yes,
The pokey stick.
yes, the great relic imparted upon you by a blacksmith."
What the fuck? They threw you guys threw a relic at us?
Oh no! You see, he invested it with the power of the relic.
Oh, okay. Say,
Yes.
Jesus Christ, throw another one my way, why don't you?
One will have to be enough.
I was very concerned. I was like, excuse me? What?
I
Where's
will cherish it
mine?
well. I will cherish it well, thank you.
Of course, may it serve you well and lay low your foes.
I throw in the crowd and roll on that one.
So, yeah, you guys take off. The village growing small and just.
Wait, sorry. I just remember one more thing. If the satyrs haven't gone, Lonnie will give some of the direwolf meat.
And they say, "Oh, this
Wait,
is
are they vegetarians? Do I know if they're
no,
vegetarian?
they're not vegetarians." And they say,
Okay, cool.
This is a great gift to render unto us. We will eat well as we have this night, but with our tribe, and the Oistrakh will again return to prominence, help bring balance to the woods with our new friends. The shade of the mountain has done us a great favor. If ever you should need one in kind, do not hesitate to reach out.
Yeah, come live at our castle and I'll be our army.
Lonnie will just nod, like just focus on just focus on yourselves for now.
We are raided by lolgaggers. Thank you for the raid. Yeah. So you say your goodbyes in the tree home. You farewell the satyrs, the many halflings. You head out through Ilkirana village, and now for realsies, the world, the village disappears behind you. You have left, and you head back out into the tall, deep woods, the wild woods of Kokoloy Forest, diffused with magic, and that surge of life seems to ripple all throughout and bolster you on your first day's travel to the south and east, making your way back to the burn line.
Alright, Bardiga, do you remember how to get home?
Bardiga says, "Oh yeah, sure, we just need to find the burned down shit and then basically walk out through that. Hopefully there's no more fire spirits, right?" And as you guys go, there is a feeling, a familiar feeling, as if though fortune has turned in your favor.
Ooh.
Will, is that you?
Kabanto? Is that you?
You look around and
Contributing Huil to good fortune. Who are you?
you not see your friend, but in a pit of a million spiders,
Okay.
teeming, dark in the woods, there is a silk white silvered glow and sheen as a web rebuilds itself across a blade, and the spiders have unfurled in divine radiance a coat once rent by battle and held on a shield. And it rides, my friend, it rides on the back of an anorak, buoyed by 1,000,001 spiders rising from the depths.
Oh.
You fuckers left me behind.
Not to ruin the climactic moment, but that just reminded me. I still don't have a fucking shield. Damn it.
My shield!
Yeah.
Transition.
And the Alashabol step forth, and Kabancho returned to life. A blade in one hand and coat on his back feels a deep and abiding connection, as if though a twist of fate has brought him back. And he gazes out into the woods, and he feels as if though the Fane of Fate calls to him in the distance.
Us.
The Alashabol kneel in awe and amazement. The All-Mother returns her favored son. He is the one! He is the one! They slam their spear tips at the sight of the one who has been reborn from the pit, consumed and exhumed, brought forth, stitched together, alive again.
Yeah, Huil, we didn't
Finish
need you.
Sorry,
Fuck
finish
you.
him.
Finish him.
Yeah, I'm trying to get your vision. I'm sorry.
I know you're doing this whole thing, but we don't have vision.
Oh, I'm just watching the stream at this point.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
So okay, understood. Token vision off. Okay, boom, boom.
Oh,
You see
It's monochromatic.
in his silk white coat with silver coin depicted on back. So his white and black silk coat. You see Kabancho Reborn emerge.
Hey guys, can we double back on your shield?
you don't care that your friend's back. He's like, wait, guys, I need that shield back though.
Yeah.
Oh, I never said I need that shield back. I need a shield though.
Why do you think they have a shield?
Zion will fashion one from some wood.
This is shield, right? Is this a shield?
This gives Lonnie a plank of wood.
Yeah, I just imagine.
Oh wait, no,
that, like,
Lonnie. It just gives Lonnie a door.
I
Yeah,
just
more like a
imagine
window
that like
shutter.
Sailor Moon meme with the
Zion's
guy
still
with the
holding on
butterfly.
to that staff. But
That what?
that staff.
The one
Oh
that,
my
like,
God.
wrinkled up.
What do we?
Yeah, it's a very withered thing, but you have what more or less amounts to a twisted twig with a branch head off. But yes,
So...
deep in this wood, Kabancho returns, and the Alashabal welcome him. And the assembled, those who had seen him off, who were staying for the customary mourning period, also returned. Anarax, who'd witnessed him fight in Cathadak. And if his legend had, if he was a folk hero before, his legend has now grown immeasurable. Kabancho, you stand on the precipice, invested with great purpose, and you see all around you, your kith and kin, stomping their spear tips, and then let out a cry and grow silent, lowering their heads in recognition. What do you say?
I knew you were gonna put me on the spot.
It is your character.
I have visited the All-Mother, and she has spoken to me. You must prepare for the future. You will need to ride out.
And they look up at you and they say, "Are we preparing for war?"
We're prepared to stop one.
And with that, there was a hue and a cry, as each after the next calls out louder and louder. I pledge myself to the band of Kabancho. Let us ride out, blessed by the All-Mother. Arachna's wound healed, the blade in his hand. Ours now, ours now, ours now. And so it is that the great webwork silvery liquid moving over this curved blade vibrates in your hand, and you feel great power within it. A blessed artifact of Arachna. Reforged by the Alashabal and cast into the pit reborn alongside you, and your powerful floating cloak. Yeah, so,
It's floating?
yeah, and with a distant memory of Kabancho recalls an echo of his first words to the sword, asking Akechi if they were going to war. And now, we call it. You guys get out of the woods, I'm gonna say. And next session, you will be, rather, as we close out, you look at the fortress of the dwarves, and they see you in the distance and wave. You see a boat brought up on the shore, terribly gored and broken apart, as if though by some creature of the deep. And you feel as if though stakes have just been raised. So,
You just hear Tento in the background. Damn it, I forgot about the fucking sea monster.
Yep. Next time on.
Tento, we're tired. Let's come back to it. We can come visit your parents or your dad, and then we can take care of it then.
Yeah, next time on High Road, a beast in their path, and then travel back to the keep for their extended rest. They're gonna spend a season at their keep, getting their cool stronghold bonuses. And I think it's time for the feedback phase, and this is a referendum on the whole six-parter that this turned into of you guys visiting the Woad, of your first true experience outside the Soronetto. Feedback phase, I think we're starting with Casey.
I personally didn't mind how long it took. But yeah, it was fun. Glad to finally learn more about Tento's backstory. Glad to deal with his crazy ass uncle.
Yeah.
And
Everyone's got one.
So he's the uncle.
It's cool to see like necromancy finally, because I think this might be the first time we like truly encountered it. So that was cool. And the review at the end was fun. I think he did a good job of like deciding when to go into combat and like leaving like turn order. Yeah, overall a really solid session, and I appreciate you just expediting the trip back.
Yay.
Looking forward to fighting on the water now that I actually have some means to kind of control water, and I'm gonna watch that immediately fail. And looking forward to the extended rest finally, because I want those bonuses.
An extended rest for this extended wait. All right. Last but not second, but far from least, we have the two backstory boys right here in the middle. Chin.
I also agree with Casey that I don't mind how long this took, because one, it was supposed to wrap up another character, which apparently is not wrapped up anymore.
God damn it. Why will we be free of Cabancho? No!
You
It's
felt like
okay,
she
he'll
was keeping
die.
me alive is something else.
He'll die in the next session, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If this
First
is
session to
truly,
come back.
this is the real test of if this is Cabancho. Does he die again in the first episode?
And yeah, I'm glad that Tento's backstory got a highlight and we were able to delve into that. Now we can make fun of his full name.
If he can pronounce it.
Yeah, right. Man, I pronounce things like a third grader. It's so bad.
I mean, it's confusing, but yeah. I'm also glad you did fast track a bunch of the for one, like the back travel, some of the intermediate stuff. And I'm always appreciative of you allowing us to effectively like do what we want, even though it's not quite like mechanically defined or written in the rules.
Mhm.
You make a lot of on-the-fly callings that definitely elevate the fun, hopefully for everyone, but especially for the person that's making the call.
Yeah.
And I'm always appreciative of that. I'm excited to see. Well, I mean, you called him Cabancho, but who knows what's really there? He came
Yeah,
out of
who
a pit of a
knows?
million spiders with a sword of another influential power. It'll be fun to see what that is and what's going on there. I'm sure we'll have a long conversation of what's going on.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we can wrap this up, get Zion and Tento their dwarven connections, and see what awaits us. I know you have a list of like quests that we can choose from once we get back, so I'm excited to see that and see what we can do.
Nice. Yeah. Defenders of Kobold, all guys, everyone. It's great to have you. Thank you so much for the raid. Darren, you're Karen.
Oh my goodness, that was a lot of fun today.
Yeah.
I'm glad we fleshed out that backstory. Man, it was just everything is Shinori said. I'm glad you let me do what, for the most part, what I want to do, because I definitely was like, what if I just surrender? I wonder what would happen if I just did that. He just sort of just let me do it. I was like, okay, let's see how he rolls with this.
Yeah, no,
always so fun.
I was kind of surprised that you were going for the fight, but then, like, in retrospect, I thought you were going to do it, and then in retrospect, your decision made perfect sense.
Thanks. But man, that was a lot of fun. I'm curious what the like other choices were, like what else could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about the what ifs, and maybe we can talk about those later.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not
the final.
the
The final strand to revive Kabancho was in fact the destruction of the pseudophylactery. So
Really?
So if you had done anything that preserved it, Kabancho would not have been revived.
Damn.
Oh shit!
You had basically no way to know that other than
Yeah.
letting Hueyu tell you, because Hueyu literally would have told you everything you needed to do to revive Kabancho.
Yeah, fuck you, Hueyu. We don't fucking need you.
He's the cheat codes we want, but the cheat codes we can't afford.
But yeah, like that kind of stuff, I love it. Like it's so much fun, right?
Oh
And he did such a great job. I feel like Tento's got like a nice feeling backstory and everyone knows now. And that's okay. He's not the mysterious thief now. He's just like, yeah.
I mean,
He's
there's
a
still
kid.
the case of your mother, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, that's the thing that I was like, maybe that'll come back later. Cause why the fuck do Faye care who gets who?
But yeah, now you also know your own backstory.
Yeah. I had bits and pieces. Lee's just really good at putting my thoughts and putting my ideas into something like productive and nice. No, that's it for me.
Yay. Okay, cool. Yay. All right. Last but not least, Kai, into it.
Yeah, did a fun session. I really liked how, like Shin says, you hand waved some of the stuff, like traveling and the bug fight, because it wasn't really that.
You were gonna beat the fucking bugs.
Yeah.
The
bugs.
The bugs literally existed because I thought Tento was gonna sneak into the office, and the bugs were like the guardians, to like like bite at him and like raise the alarm.
Yeah.
I'm unpredictable.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like seeing Kabancho come back. Or
did
is it
he?
Kabancho Akechi? Or is it something else?
If it's something else, we're
Pretty
killing
cool. And yeah, really like seeing backstory. It's pretty fun. That's it for me.
Very nice. Dreamers, gamers, and memers. It is time for us to raid. And you know what? Level 1 Geek is live with Camp Keep Mysteries. Let's go say hey to them. I'll see you all on the flip, Dreamers.